Oh, oh, what? Hello? Oh, there we go, okay. Oh, yes, finally captured. Okay. So, we're back with some more FGO. We're gonna continue, maybe finish the event. As the rhyme is reporting for duty. Thank you for your service, soldier. And I also see Purple Chest reporting for duty. Welcome to the stream, soldier. So, let's just get right into this and continue where we left off. Actually, I don't know. I don't actually remember if it's the same place as we left off. I'd have continued a bit in the meanwhile on my own. If I did, I guess I have to remember to like sum up what happened. Actually, yeah, since I actually don't remember what where we did leave off last time. That's not very well planned out on my part, I must admit. Yeah, not the best planning. Anyway, what team do we go with here? I think we just go with the Hokusai team. Why not? Hokusai can deal with most stuff here. Hokusai is best waifu. Yes, I hope you all are having a nice day and are just ready to relax as we play our little gacha game with our PNG waifus. Now let's see. After fighting a few battles here, it's clear that these waters have far more enemies than we've seen before. Yeah, this is in a whole different level. The entire area is just swimming with enemies, big and small alike. That said, we haven't seen any sign of that super huge ship since we first ran into it. Maybe it's like the lord of this area or something. I'd like to make a counter-argument to that assertion. Miss Goddess and I have dissected and researched dozens of these void enemies, and it's clear that they're not animals. Oh, I mean, I guess that much is clear at this point. They're like some kind of void creatures, right? Anyway, oh, let's scroll a bit further. Let's see. If anything, they seem to be more spring-loaded toys. They're exceedingly simple creatures which only move in response to stimuli. Oh, so they're more like automaton. Or what? Something. Big or small, they're still basically nothing more than slightly advanced marionettes. I can't imagine how beings like that could think, strategize, acquire solid sociality, or produce some kind of lord that could command them. Hold on, Professor. Not true that even exceedingly simple parts can comprise complex mechanisms. Well, sure, but if that was the case here, we're seeing a void-drenched ecosystem with a lot more diversity. Know what you mean? Some of the enemies we've captured would have to react in different ways to different stimuli. But so far we've only seen creatures who are ambush targets and others who hunt down whatever they detect, which isn't nearly enough variety. That said, we're starting to capture pinging enemies too, so I won't deny it's possible that they could be mutating, evolving, and innovating. But at the moment, there's still nowhere near enough behavioral diversity to suggest a leader unit. In that case, there's only one possible answer. Got to guess what it is, Biribi. This is all just a dream. I mean, the more like reasonable one is somebody's controlling them, but we did see in a cutscene that this is probably all just a dream. I could never have imagined you might say that. You do know there is more to being clever than merely saying something surprising, do you not? In essence, if we assume that these enemies are not acting on their own accord, but rather the direction of another, everything makes sense. Indeed, this would perfectly explain why these creatures appear to be puppets, because they are puppets. ... But that's still just speculation, right, Goddess? Truth might often be stranger than fiction, but not always. At any rate, since a giant ship could still conceivably attack at any time, we'll need also Kapahime and Yanguife to keep an eye and ear out for it at all times. Guys, we're under attack. Yi just picked up some pings while she was on break. Now we've got a bunch of enemies heading our way. Damn it, speak of the devil. Yes, that means the combat team's up. Yes, time for the combat team. Right, I'll do my best to guide everyone while on standby, ready to deploy at any time. At least it's not wyverns, right? It's wyverns, everybody. Oh, that's just an old joke. Actually, I'm not even sure how it goes for myself because a lot of the early chapters I actually kind of don't remember and like half skip through because the story back then wasn't that great of like the main story. But it's kind of a meme that like sometimes a scene would just be interrupted by, oh no guys, there are enemies, we have to fight them. So that would often be just, oh no, there are wyverns. think they even like made fun of it in like some of the more recent events, if I recall correctly. Let's switch you out with that. Dun, 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 dun. Or maybe I should have actually been using Goe for some of the story missions. Since I couldn't have known that this was like actually what's it called? 3 waves of 3 enemies. If it hadn't been, then because I wouldn't have been asked, right? But I mean, since it is, we can just easily clear it out. Oh. Game lagging a bit? Or is that just me? Yo, hello there, Mistaken God. How you doing? Is that a yes, 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 yes? Wait, there's still an enemy? What? I thought we cleared all the enemies. I guess I should have been paying more attention. Yeah. We're just playing some more FGO today, continuing the event. Right now we're under attack by some void creatures. Good, how are you? I'm doing good today. Got up a bit late, wasn't that productive today, but I don't know. Other than that, I guess I'm doing great. Just got up a bit late and I feel like I haven't been very productive today, but I mean, I guess you just sometimes have those days, right? Anyway, happy smash. Oh, does that not actually kill? That didn't actually kill. I don't know, I guess I underestimate how much you would do just from being an event servant. Giving like, how much is it? Like plus 50%? It'd be like that, yeah, it do sometimes be like that. Yes, paint all of them. That is the way. We're getting close to that bond 10 with Hokusai. She just hentai all over the enemy. Basically, yeah. I mean, like, you know, it's like a Lovecraftian god kind of stuff, so of course there are tentacles everywhere. Like, shit, what's the god that Abby is, like, what's it called? Channeling shit. I don't actually remember which one it is. But I know that Hokusai is like, that's the old boy, the squid boy, Cthulhu himself. Anyway, let's see. I thought the time to leave the bridge and go for a break. I'm so sorry, everyone. No, this was my fault. Should have planned better. I'm sorry to ask this, but I'm afraid I'll need you two to stay on the bridge at all times from now on. Squid boy, yes. Cthulhu is the squid boy. Let's see. As for long-range scans, I want you to work alongside the professor to engineer a viable technology for remote operations. That won't be easy for you, Osakabe Hime, but we need your help with this. Yeah! Fast overtime! Why me? There's no servant out there who needs breaks. Read Islacia, more than me. Oh, is that really how you feel, Patty? I'm inspiring myself. I mean, dancing and fighting day and night to help people I care about. Couldn't ask for a better second life. Ugh. This is the determination of a servant who gets infinite magical energy from the Holy Grail, known as love. You're shining so bright I can't even look at you. Of course, you're still just my master, but seeing how wholeheartedly you believe in the servants who've been fighting one arduous battle after another for you, well, now I know for sure that you're someone who deserves every ounce of love and respect I have to offer. Ugh, so cute, and let her beat me. I'll work hard to... You're both cute in my book. All that aside, this workload definitely isn't sustainable. We'll need to think of a viable long-term solution. Can it help if we all drank coffee together? Probably not. Actually, that sounds like a great idea. Those who must round the clock without sleep should get to enjoy something that makes it worth their while. So I'm sure Biribi will make some delicious coffee for us, right, Biribi? If you'd like me to make it, I'll definitely do my best. Sure thing, I'll go learn how to brew a good pot. Because that's something you just learn during a submarine trip. How to make a good cup of joe. Alright, got ourselves a quartz, yay. Let's see, time for the next story segment. Did quite a bit of grinding on my own, so we should be able to progress the story quite a bit. Here, last I checked, you managed to burn a glass of water. How are you going to make coffee? It wasn't a glass of water, it was a glass of orange juice, okay? A lot more complex. I'll have you know. Wait, I think this isn't going to be a three-wave thing, is it? I think we'll go with the Go team here. We'll go with the Go. Let's see. Wait, where did I... There it is. And also, I actually just remembered... Like, what skin do I actually want to use? Do I want to... I think I actually want to prefer the second one. Yeah. Didn't actually, like, do the settings last time. It's like, look at her legs. Like, this is what I was talking about last time as well. Like, something funky is going on there. Like, that, like, the tip of her shoe, or yeah, I think that's gotta be the tip. That's the tip of her toes, right? And she's standing on this thing, like that over there. That's the heel, right? So yeah, she's standing on these weird things. Wait, can we maybe see it in the art? I don't know. It's not very clear. Anyway, I think I'll be going with the second ascension because it just seems very cute, right? Not as, like, you know, out there as the final ascension. So let's see. Let's also do the. Let me see. What are they? Here and here. Yes. Yes, keep it simple, stupid. I like first. Wait, what do you mean you like first? The explanation to the feet. What are we kissing? Van Gogh's feet. Wait, shit. I didn't even plan this. Fuck. You meant you like this first ascension most. I mean, yeah, that's cute, but I mean, this one also just has like the attitude, you know. I mean, yeah, I mean, they all have just like a completely different energy to them. I mean, there's this one which is like more like a big jellyfish, and like, I don't know. And there's like the second one, and then there's the first one, which first one is like more cute, and the second one is like more sexy, you know? Second doesn't really scream Vincent Van Gogh. I mean, that's because, I mean, spoiler alert, she is only like, I don't know, a percentage of Vincent Van Gogh. Not really Vincent Van Gogh. You know, that actually reminds me, there was actually a fan theory that it was actually a sister or something when she was first released, before people actually got to read the lore. Because she's just called Van Gogh, not Vincent Van Gogh. Like, people were like, oh, what if she's actually just a sister or something, like, because it's not actually Vincent Van Gogh, it's just Van Gogh. But no, she's just like some weird amalgamation fusion of Vincent and some other people. Anyway, you know what? Wait. No, I set the settings to the second yet. I will be using second. I'm a dictatorship here. I get to choose. I don't know if you had a sister. Like, people just said those things in the speculation threads. So, like, I have no idea if he actually had a sister or not. People were just, like, throwing shit at the wall and seeing what would stick. I don't know. Oh, I should really stop fiddling with this button. This is great. Please do not Yu-Gi-Oh! All of the balls to catch it. We've got our work cut out for us, huh? Oh hey Marines, how's it going guys? Hi Master, nice to see you out on patrol. What's got you? What's that you've got there? Well this, Miss Yanquiffy gave it too. Shh! Master's not supposed to know about that yet. Alright, never mind. I thought Yanquiffy was in the bridge. Oh, hi Master, how's the patrol going? Huh? Aha, no, you're thinking. You're wondering why I'm out here, not on the bridge, right? Well, I'm not slacking off, if that's what you're thinking. There's actually 2 of them right now. What are you talking about? How the hell is there 2 of them? Wait. Suddenly speaking much faster. Well, even though my divinity skill includes authority over divided spirits, that doesn't mean I can literally and miraculously manifest a divine spirit. In fact, usually my divinity would expand beyond what I would contain as a single servant and cause my spirit origin to completely melt down if I tried to make another full-fledged copy of myself. But then I surprised myself by discovering that I can cool my excess divinity by casting it out into the void sea, which lets me use it in ways I'd normally never be able to even try. So thanks to that, the professor teaching me how to use memory partition and some of Lady Goddess's runes magecraft, I finally managed to clone myself. I call it Yi Void Space Only Extra Dimensional Secret Ultra Cloning Technique. Neat. So why didn't you need to clone yourself in the first place? I mean, didn't she just say that she had like some excess energy that she needed to burn off? To tell the truth, the workshop team was kind enough to help me with a selfish personal request. I figured since I only need my sense of hearing to perform my recon duties, maybe I could let my true self handle that and leave my clone free to pursue other things. I mean, the Sona, Reed, Paddy, and me have holed up in the bridge ever since we got to this area, right? That sort of thing can't be good for your mental health. Plus, having another one of me around would solve a lot of problems when it comes to battle, recon, or even just taking breaks. Fortunately, I was able to clone Betty too, so it wasn't completely selfish. She loved the idea of having another one of her around. She was very excited about being more able to expand her scanning range and sleeping more when one of her wasn't on raided duty. That does sound like her, but what's this with the Marines? We hid from into something secret with the Marines. Yeah, but what's this with the Marines? Yeah, you already found out about that. Well, I'm thinking about what I could do for you and everyone else here to thank you for being so kind to me. Oh, I came up with the idea of using extra food resources to make a really strong good luck doll charm. Anyway, since the cat's out of the bag now, I'll just have to steal myself. Would you like one too, Master? Thanks. Yeah, I'd like one. Oh, that looks, it looks kind of like the flag of Sicily, or maybe the Isle of Man, yeah. I know, it's creepy, right? I was so focused on being them with good luck that they somehow ended up looking like, well, that. Still, creepy or not, I'm proud of how well it came out. And they do say the devil's in the details, so it scares me. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. Master, it looks like me on the bridge just picked up more enemy signals. Is that what is meant by speak of the devil? Go on, Master, they're calling for all the officers. Don't worry, I can fight too if I have to. Alright. She can fight too, but I didn't take her with me. Oh, so it actually is 3 waves of just straight up assassins. Neat. Let's see. I think you can probably just kill one of them with a brave chain, right? Yeah, easy kill. Easy clap. Okay, and next up, I think we do... let's see, we do... Can't blow all of our steam on this wave, can we? Is there more? Still. Should be able to do this in 1 round, right? Let me see, how do we do it? I think we pop this one. And then this one. And then do something like this. Yeah. Ah, that didn't actually kill. Oh, that means the second quick isn't going to kill either, is it? No. Damn. Overestimated how much damage I'd do. Oh, and then it fucking stunned me. No. That's not a very PogChamp move of you, something? I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah, no, that's. Never mind me. But now the card lock expired, right? Yeah. We can use BB to help clear this out. If we're lucky, she actually clears out like the low HP ones. I don't know if she actually does enough damage for that. Should have just went with Okusai. That would have been a lot easier. I thought it would have been like an irregular level. Oh, she didn't clear out anything. Anyway, let's use NP here, since it's like buffing, right? I mean, I guess it also debuffs enemies. Nice. Yeah, I guess I hadn't actually seen what's it called, that in this ascension, so I guess it wasn't sped up. Locust's big air bladder. Okay, big air bladder. Oh yeah, Popple. How do you pronounce this? We actually have somebody who knows how to pronounce it with us today, I think. Like, we couldn't really figure out how it was pronounced last time. Anyway, let's see. Huh. Actually, I do have a very decent hand here. If we can be lucky and actually hit the crits. Okay, good. We hit the crits. Very Tanashi. Phew, I'm glad it was just a regular enemy attack. I've been seeing more of that lately though. I'll say, can't even remember how many times they've attacked us since we got here. Really, it doesn't seem like it's been that many of them. That's because Betty's Origami and my ladies-in-waiting have been taking care of low-level threats on their own. Ladies-in-waiting, you know those flame spirits used in battle? Yeah, she does use flame spirits in battle. Yeah, that's right. The attendants who used to serve at my Xingxui, is that how you pronounce it? Xingxui? My lunar matches in a palace. They're flame spirits, but they're also known as fire vampires. They're surprisingly cute, but they do have a tendency to burn my origami whenever they play together. Sorry about that, Betty. I'm sorry to bother you while you were on break, Master. Say hi to the other me for me. Master. Yes, your shadow brief. I have a short report I would like to make. Report, complaint, I'm happy to listen either way. How very open-minded of you, Master. Really, this is no greater importance. I only wish to say that it was difficult enough keeping an eye on everyone on this ship, even before Lady Yosakabehime and Lady Yanguifei cloned themselves. So, as long as I'm around, I'll not let a clone or two distract me from my duties. In the meantime, as I suspected, there continues to be no sign of anything suspicious aboard the ship. Thanks for keeping an eye on things. Keep up the good work. Yeah. Actually, it's a pity. Now I see. So Mina Morton-Noreiko's been spying on us. I knew something was off. Oh, it's Lambda. Or Melt. I wasn't hiding. I was just having by. Anyway, I was thinking about the colossal enemy. You know, the one with the A-rank Noble Phantasm. What do you make of it? What? I said I wasn't going to fight. That's not going to change unless absolutely necessary. I really doubt it's as strong as mythological demonic beast. But I reckon the others should be able to handle it. Besides, it looks like you understood that the true threat is here. You shouldn't be worried about what's out there. You should worry about what's in here. So I'm glad to know you got someone keeping eye on us. I know you've got that covered. I can focus on helping everyone else. Thanks, mysterious alter ego. Yes, very mysterious. I'm pretty sure you know this about me, but I couldn't care less what happens to humanity. Bibi might be helping you guys out, or at least claim she's helping, but that doesn't obligate the Sakura 5 to do the same. As far as we're concerned, humanity's none of our business. I sure don't care about saving the world. Get it yet? I've been helping you out because I feel like it, or because circumstances demanded it. This is no different. I didn't ask to be summoned. I didn't ask for this. So now that I'm here, I consider your pathetic face a bare minimum of compensation. I'll make this simple. No matter how dangerous the being behind this incident might be, how much of a threat they might pose to humanity, you're the one who has to do something about them, Kirby, not me. Keep that in mind. And while I'm giving out advice, don't be too quick to trust anyone else either. Just the fact that BB decided to help you means whatever this is serious bad news. Oh, Master. What's going on, Marine? I'm good, thanks. Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks so much, Master. For what? I'm the Marine that almost got sacked out into the void space when I colluded with that reef at the start of all of this. I'd probably have died out there if you hadn't rescued me. Sure, I could always come back if the captain made me again, but still super scary at the time. Anyway, I just wanted to say how much I appreciate you saving me back there. Thanks again, Master. Well, in that case, you're very welcome. Huh, isn't that doll? Oh yeah, Miss Yanguifi gave it to me. She gave you one too, right, Master? A little creepy, sure, but it's so well made, I've been carrying it around with me everywhere. Does look a little different from mine. Oh, does it? Oh. You noticed, huh? Yeah, I drew those little swirls on the cheeks with them myself. I thought it'd be cuter that way. Besides, it's more fun having one that's not exactly like everyone else's, you know? Actually, I think I like having something just like everyone else's. I hear that. I mean, it is cute to have matching things, right? Matchies. Really? I mean, the block prints and lithographs are great and all, but don't you ever feel like drawing your own stuff? Anyway, me and my doll here ought to get back to work if we're gonna keep helping you out, Master. Thanks, Marine. Oh jeez, I just suddenly felt very tired. Hopefully it's gonna pass. Ding 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 ding. Oh, is this only Yang we can have as a support? Do we use her or do we just use Van Gogh? I think we just use Van Gogh. Why not use Goey? Oh, jeez. Oh no, that's an alarm. Nope, it's finally happening. Yeah, we're still not in combat range of the target, but it's coming straight at us. It's not even bothering to stay silent anymore. Your room here. I'm putting the analysis of the enemy ship I made based on the recon team's data up on the monitor now. So this is the massive enemy ship. Giant enemy ship. Has it sent out any pings yet? No, not yet. Well, keep your ears peeled. Once it does, it won't be long before it unleashes that incredible powerful beam. Engine room, back us off slowly. Keep our nose pointed at enemy ship Alpha. And above all, make sure you do it silently. Roger that. I'm gonna keep my transmissions to a minimum for a while too, to play it safe. Engineer out. Hopefully it'll leave without even noticing us. If it doesn't, our only option is to flee while bombarding with torpedoes. Incidentally, my calculations say that even with our current powered-up torpedoes, it would take at least 13 to sink that thing. And we can't ram it with my Nautilus Noble Francis, and there's a nearly 100% chance that that'll just be suicide. That's just a cruel and unforgiving beast. I see. It won't be easy to fire 13 torpedoes in quick succession. I'll do it if I must. Okay, in the meantime, we'll keep putting a distance between us and the enemy ship to avoid a worst-case scenario. Anything to add, Acting Commander? Give an enthusiastic thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up. Enthusiastic thumbs up. Alright then. Good luck out there, everyone. I can't hear anything anymore. I think we're okay. I think so too. Might have taken us an hour. We've just about retreated to the edge of this area. Yeah, it looks like we're in the clear. So I almost get the feeling it let us get away. Way to go, everyone. Oh man, that was tense. Congratulations, Acting Commander and Captain. So, I do have to wonder if we're going to have to fight that enormous ship at some point to go on to the next area. Yeah, we probably will, given its size, its strength, its sharp eyes, and its sheer speed. Definitely going to be the toughest challenge we've faced so far. But it's crucial we come up with a strategy and make sure we're ready. We can't afford to jump the gun on this one. Now, what could we do? Maybe we could take it out with one hugely souped up torpedo. Perhaps read its behavioral pattern and plan a surprise attack, or... Emo. I mean, Captain and Master. Sorry, but could I say something? What is it, Goey? Well... sorry, but I just picked up several pings behind us. A group of small enemies is headed our way. I see them too, although, that's not a small group. It's a deca big one. I'm sorry, I'll come back later. Yes, do that. Right now, we're going to going from the frying pan straight into the fire. You need to calf these new enemies. Hang in there, Raiko. I'll send reinforcements as soon as possible. Understood. Melt, I'm sorry to do this. We'll need to borrow your familiars again. By all means, just know that if you're going to use my Leviathans, I won't tolerate failure. Duly noted. But we're not going to failure this, we're going to succeed in this. Yeah. Small enemy fleet Alpha. That's not a small enemy fleet. That's a big boar. I think... Do we stun it? No, I don't think we need to stun it. We can survive a single turn. Let's get the stars rolling. There's only 2 Van Gogh cards, but I guess I'll take them. What's it going to be next turn? Wait, what are her cards again? Going to be 2 quick cards. At the same time, can we just kill it this turn? I don't think we can. Or maybe we could have. I have to remember that Van Gogh does a lot of damage. And she's gonna do even more now. That was an easy one. Great job, everyone. Make sure I'll have the nurse take a look at you, okay? I'm glad everyone made it back safe and sound again. Still, I hope that's not going to be a typical enemy from now on, especially since they're still so too small for torpedoes. Captain, Master. Oh hey, Goey. Did you have an idea you wanted to tell us? No big deal, really. But what if that giant enemy tried close range combat again? Are you actually saying we should attack that colossal enemy ship directly? Yes. Oh, but not just that. The idea is to chip away at it up close, then finish it off with a torpedo. Since the ship is so big, maybe it can't defend against attacks from point-blank range. Plus, now that Lady Lamprellis is here, we should be able to approach it very quietly. If we attack with a big enough weapon, we might be able to damage it surprisingly easily. Hey, yeah, if we can get close and destroy its weaponry or something, or somehow strip off its armor, I think this could work. Oh, Lady Osakami-hime. Yes, that's right. With a big enough weapon, it should be fairly easy to go toe-to-toe. Or maybe fin-to-fin with that big ship. Wow, you're super amazing. Professor Van Gogh had no idea you were such a smart strategist on top of being a genius painter. I've been too anxious to talk to you up till now, but as a bit of a dabbler in art myself, I super respect you. So kind. I really appreciate you saving me too, so... Yes, hi, computer room here. Sorry to butt in, but I overheard the whole thing. It's a fascinating idea for a battle tactic. There's still one thing we'd need before we could actually do this. Super aggressive servant with one hell of a close-range noble phantasm and the ability to use it in hand-to-hand combat. If we can get someone like that from the next summoning, then, yeah, I think this plan be well worth considering. Between that and the repairs and improvements we're still making to the ship, I think we could stand to collect some more resources. Then let's get to work. Right, Acting Commander, let's go back to the bridge and figure out a plan for acquiring more resources. Except I think I've already done that. Strategist. No, you're wrong. It's not like that at all. Oh, then what is it? He's pretty good at entrapping people. Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Sounds sinister. Rallying cry from the calmest region. Yes, we've already passed this checkmark. We finally got enough resources for another summon. Alright, this next summon needs to be someone with a huge close-range noble phantasm. Is that what they call a huge rag nowadays? Which probably means that they're going to be a berserker, huh? Do you not care for berserkers, Captain? I think they're pretty cute myself. You think? Between their brute strength and their inability to communicate, I think it's sensible to be on a guard around them. We'll be fine, no matter who shows up. We'll be fine. Oh, so who are we going to get? Who are we going to get? Is it going to be... Oh, is it going to be Martha or something? Summer Martha. Oh, Fran. Fran! Ew, this one's not too mad as far as berserkers go. I see, still a mace. Huh, it's going to take a lot of work to turn that into a weapon capable of destroying that ship's armor. Oh, here's the story, Fran. Can I be hard? Oh, that's right. Once again, you summon just like the servants we need. Senpai, Scotty, are you here? Or are you there? Boss, here, Frankenstein. I'll this swimsuit and be as hot as you like. I'm not hot. I'll bring the heat. My bridal blade can skewer that whale. Wow, that's a big honking blade. Does look like it would be perfect for piercing that ship's armor and damaging its interior. Although, no matter how you slice it, that weapon can't have been designed with any thought to portability, right? Hehehe. Scientists who made them must have been some kind of idiot savant. I'd love to meet them sometime. Some ways they were definitely one of humanity's finest minds. Well, now I know who I'm never leaving alone in a room together. Yeah, something like that. Oh, huh? Don't know these people. Who are you? Hi there, I'm Gang Griffy, but you can call me Yu if you like. Oh wow, friend, you're a lot taller than you stand out straight, aren't you? Oh, you're tiny, Chinese, tiny Chinese. Wait, can you say that? I mean, yes, you can say that. So cute. Nice to meet you. Oh, you're the cute one here, friend. Nice to meet you too. And you. Van Gogh. Van Gogh. Huh? Go ho ho. Good one. I think I like you. Are you a monster too? Good to see you making new friends. Want to hang out? Oh, would you mind modeling for me? I think I could make a great painting of you. Remind me of a sunflower. Okay, let's go. Do you think there's something about Professor Van Gogh's identity that needs to be hidden? Okay, Batty, I think that's our cue to get out of here and head to the cafeteria. Sifu's Guardian said she managed to recreate lychee flavored ice cream bars. Let's go and see how they came out. Yeah, I just said something I shouldn't have, didn't I? Machan, please, don't get rid of me. Oh no, Betty was gotten rid of. Don't worry about it, Betty. Oh, Kami, that was horrible. Can't imagine any more horrible torture than hearing your own clone say something stupid while literally standing right next to you. Alright, this may not make up for it, but incoming. I'm picking up enemy hostiles headed our way under my radar. It looks like more than those mid-sized guys. Alright, I saw caught up in a conversation that I didn't notice. They're coming in from 213. They're pinging the heck out of us too. Hang on, wouldn't Fran be perfect for this? Here, I brought Flan with me. After she lied down, she wouldn't move a millimeter, so I had to put her on a trolley. Cause I'm a go-getter, right? So tired. Too much effort. Someone crank the AC. I'm sorry to interrupt your heartwarming now comedy routine. We don't need your help right now. Man, that was unexpected, but that was what's it called? A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. A Fran Go comedy duo. Let me see. I mean, this Fran is pretty much like, I think this Fran is better than the one I have, or is it? Let me just check the Fran that I have. Let me see if we were to use her for this. Skill distribution is a bit like different. But I can have another Scotty, but do I need the other Scotty? I don't think I really do. You know what? Sure. Let's bring the guest support. Oh, no, she doesn't have the damage Z. So maybe not. No, since we can have the damage Z on, that makes like my own Fran much better. Oh, it's 3 big guns. Let's log in this. Let's take this in the offhand. I'll use this and then this. Let's use this and this. Fortunately, we don't have any stars right now, so we can't do a big crit. We hope that just normal like BAQ, like, does that kill something here? Maybe if we actually activate this, I don't think we'll need that if we have crits and NP. But without, I think it's good to secure a kill here. Oh, is that enough? I don't think it's actually enough. Was it? Ah, it was actually just enough. Good. And then we stun this and kill the other one. And with crits that should be easy enough. I hope we don't miss that. Come on. Okay, good, 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 good. Let's take them down one by one. Oh, lag? Oh, is it good enough now? Now it's good again. Yes, big plasma blade. Beady beady. I really need to use Fran more. Unfortunately, like, a single target Quicksaber, yeah, she has to compete with Okita, and Okita is just... I mean, she's just so great. Oh, we won! We beat the event! No, there's still plenty left to go. That was great, Fran. Glad to have you on board. Oh, sleepy. Used so much electricity. Very well then, I'm gonna come to my workshop and take a nice long nap. I have a good deal of work to do on your noble phantasm anyway. Can I come too? Didn't finish my sketch yet, so... Yes, of course. I'm always happy to be surrounded by my beloved children. I don't think we can tiptoe around it much longer. When do you think we should bring it up, Master? Still hoping she'll figure it out herself. Well, sure, of course, but... Hey, you, since they're so obviously talking about something that's meant to be secret, would it be terrible if we were to interrupt and join them? You shall live up to your name, don't you, Batty? I think it would be best if we left this matter up to them. Besides, as the two people in charge of this ship, they seem the best equipped to do so. Couldn't have said it better. Acting Vice Commander, the best we can help is doing our jobs. You might want to quit yapping and get your head back in the game, you little guy around 134. Not anymore, you don't. Oh man, beating my score again. Yeah, I wonder when they are going to bring it up. Van Gogh's identity. Act 3. Rallying Cry from the calmest region. Part 6. I mean, yeah. Let's just... I mean, if she suggested story support, let's just, keep going, but with our own one. I was wondering why Nash wears glasses if she always has one eye covered anyway, just me. I mean... Just because she has an eye covered anyway, she still has to see with her other eye, right? So, I don't get what you're talking about. I mean, it's not like she could just uncover her other eye and then she doesn't actually need glasses because she can see with two eyes instead of one. That's not how glasses work. I would know. I have a first-hand experience. Anyway, what the... Alright, been planning the big guy's takedown for some time now. It's time to blow him out of the water. We already got its sound in our proverbial sights. So, all that's left is to carry out the plan like we've practiced in the simulation. Everyone ready? Monocle. Yes, a monocle is a thing. First off, my Leviathans will, like silent, graceful swans, bring the assault team right alongside the enemy ship. It'll still be a significantly more difficult performance than usual, so I'll be there to lead them. Next, I cut the armor. And from there, I'll use my noble phantasm to run the best beast through in a single blow. As for me, I'll stay back with Raiko to defend her both and the ship. Defend both her and the ship. All that aside, we certainly don't look like a group of warriors headed off to battle, do we? Does kind of feel weird like summer here. This is definitely one of the most ragtag crews I've ever come across, that's for sure. still, the fact that they're taking this unprecedented threat so lightly does seem like something heroic spirits would do. Looks like it's time. So it does. Okay, no more pointless chatter. All hands, we've arrived at the designated position, the enemy ship Alpha. Begin the operation. Yes, begin the operation. Wait, those are archers. Wait, that's not good. Oh, we need to take those archers out. Let's use this to get crit rate down. You don't want the critting Fran. Is it better to get a Brave Chain with Skadi here, or use the Buster to lead with BB? Might be better to lead with the Buster from BB. Probably still not going to be enough. What's it? Okay, that's enough to finish that one off. No, I don't want you to focus on Fran. Please stop focusing on Fran. I think we got a full BB Brave Chain for next turn. So this turn, Fran can take this one out. Hell. You just coil all you want. But also use BB as the DPS here. You know what, yeah, let's do that. I'm not sure what the next wave is going to be. If it's more archers, then it's not actually good to use Fran as the DPS. Let's lock this hand in. Let's also use self-modification. And that should be an easy kill. So what do we have? Okay, there's a Logos tentacle, a billow-shaped belly. Well, let's use this first. And this. And then this. So let's use this. Let's see, does the CCC actually kill that enemy here? Probably doesn't. Kind of hits like a wet noodle usually. No, I don't think that was enough damage. No. Anyway, now just finish it off with crits. Sakura beam. Let's see. So, next part. That's against Berserkers. Oh, do we not have anybody else to choose from here? Okay. Guess we will take the support Fran. This one actually has a damage C, so let's use her. Her skill levels are better, and also MP level. Though, I guess... Wait, is she not fold? Wait, what? What's with that attack? An HP. Does she have a higher level of the craft essence? Yes, she has a higher level of the craft essence. But she, on the other hand, she's not fold. But she is NP4. But how much are we going to NP? The extra skill levels matter. Anyway, let's just go in. We'll just have 2 Frans in case one of them goes down. Got a spare. Oh, it's a fatal battle. Oh, enemy ship Alpha Bridge. Oh, and because it's the support, it apparently gets like an extra effect. What was that? Recent be damage bonus effect with more increase target's enemy quick attack resistance when attack with double phantasm. Neat. I think that's actually let's log in our hand here. So let's see, let's use this. Oh, it's single target. At least means we're not taking as much damage. Can we kill it with... Can we break the spell with a single quick break here? Guess we'll see. No, not quite enough. Oh, falling a bit low on Fran. Let's stun next turn. Yeah, let's just use the MP, why not? It's going to reduce its quick resistance, right? And we can refund a bunch as well. Like, if we just crit there, yeah, basically a full refund. This is buff here, right? Yeah, remove buff. We don't have a lot of buffs right now, so I think we need to use MP. And of course we have a second Fran in the back line. Oh, that didn't break. I guess we'll... Fran is going to die if she gets targeted at all. So we should be fine in the long run. We should be fine. Okay, we didn't even need to break the we didn't even need to do the last HP, but I just need to break it twice. Okay, okay. You will fail the quest if the support servant Raiko becomes incapacitated in battle. Okay, so it's protect the Raiko. That means we have to use a slightly different team, don't we? Have to use the support one here. We're going to have Merlin in. What else are we going to have in though? I mean, if we're going to try to keep her alive, I guess we go with a tank. So, I mean, Press H wouldn't be the worst here. And if he's not the main damage, we can just put more star gen and NP gen on him, can't we? So what would that be? Let me just see, isn't it like I didn't get one recently, that was pretty good for that. NP strength, no. NP gain, NP each turn, and stars each turn. I think that's the one. Didn't I favorite this somewhere? Oh, I was equipping on somebody else. And then who do we get in? I think I'll be heading off to bed now. Signing off. Good night. Good night, soldier. Hope you sleep well, Popple. Good night, good night. Thank you for joining us today. Yeah, who's the last one we take in here? Bitch. Do we actually just go with Mash? I mean, you can never really go wrong with Mash as support. Though at the same time, is she going to be forced into Autonax? Because that would not be very good. Which start generating Cs do we have again? And this is technically start generating. I have to have some, like, one somewhere. I guess I could give her an un-MLB version of this. What else do we take? What else do we take? What else does this give again? I think we take this, so we can give her an emergency guts if need be, and also a star. Do we need a star bomb on this team? I don't think we really need a star bomb on this team. Maybe we should just take the classic. Or the Atlas uniform if we need to be defensive. Where is it? There. That could come in clutch. Let's see. Or maybe we should also modify the rest of our servants here. I guess. Because the big enemy is probably going to be a berserker, right? Let's have foreigners in the back line. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to chop it in half. This girl really has a knack for breaking the tension, doesn't she? Too big to chop in half. That's okay. We've done plenty to help. Now get on, quick. Oh, okay, you take good care of people. Well, of course I do. Any halfway decent collector knows how important looking after our dolls is. Though I do suppose I not want to talk since I've also been less than kind to some of my playthings. Why are you treating me like a doll? Because you're one, aren't you, Frankenstein's monster? You're a poor little bright doll created to the vessel of the first human Adam, but you never did get the partner you were promised. I think that's a lovely concept, personally. If you like, I wouldn't mind helping your wish come true. No, I'm tired. Just want to sleep somewhere cool. You just want to sleep? Really? Some outfit or not, you don't become a heroic spirit because you have something you refuse to compromise on. My wish already came true. The professor told me I should never have been born. Told him he's the one who chose my purpose for existing. So I said he should find a way for me to fulfill it, but he didn't. So I looked for one myself. My body fell apart, but my pursuit was still inscribed in the throne. Now I know I have a purpose just by existing, even if I am a patchwork monster. I learned that at Chaldea. Now I have Papa, Babbage, Master, Mordred. That makes me happy. So my wish came true. I'm different now, and my new lazy self was reinscribed on the throne. I see. I suppose congratulations are in order. Guess it wouldn't be too fair, to try and push any particular taste for tragedy onto you. Besides, this is in the far side of the moon, where there's no hope of salvation. If you have another option aside from breaking down, then more power to you. So you don't like lazy me? That's not my style. Can we be friends? I don't know, but I suppose Envy and Sloth working together wouldn't be the weirdest thing we've seen. I heard you can make water. Will you make me a bath later? As long as you're okay with Nemo chewing you out afterwards. Also, I don't want to try making a pool on the ship's deck. Okay. Can I call you Mama? Absolutely not. Nice little interaction. Anyway, yeah, you have to keep Raiko alive. Oh wait, why is she stunned? Okay. Oh, wait. How long? Doesn't say. Oh, shoot. We actually need to bring something more offensive here. Like, oh, is she just going to automatically fire her NP, like, when she reaches, like, 100% NP gauge or something? I don't know. Anyway. Oh, so she's just going to automatically fire that off, or what? Oh, what? Is she just going to have, like, full NP and do nothing? I don't get it. Like, what happens now? She's just going to stand there with a 200% NP gauge. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Can we do this? Need to stall a bit more there. I'll actually try and see if we can get this one. I mean, it is a burst. It is a Merlin boosted Buster crit. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have some command codes on him that makes him able to remove stuff from himself. Let's see. Do that. Maybe it should have been the other way around. Not sure. Anyway, time to watch them in peace. Also, could I actually have kept her in the backline? I don't know if I could. Don't actually remember. Did it say that I had to have her in the front line? I don't think it actually did. That's not a very good hand. Not a very good hand at all. I mean, let's just stack another MP, I guess. Maybe that'll actually allow us to deal enough damage to kill it. I don't know. In the Emperor we trust. Okay, yeah. Big Emperor crits. Well, that's a decent enough hand. We can definitely kill this thing. And then we can do another NP. Wow, that's a full Raiko hand. Thanks, game. see. We can probably kill with that and then use that and then that. Oh, that was not anywhere. That was nowhere clear to being a kill, or nowhere close to being a kill. Guess we only do have one MP active at this time. Oh, this one is about to MP. Oh, I'm not gonna allow it. I have a stun. Well, I guess a drain. But to also have a stun. I haven't used that at all yet. Yes. Kill. It's just a damn starfish. That's what it's called, right? Starfish. Yeah. And you didn't kill it. Well, at least you're invulnerable taunting. Oh, I was going to apply debuff, but we got it against it. Huh. Okay, so now she can use her MP. Or actually just be useful at all. I wonder, is it an instant kill when she uses her MP? Oh, it's going to be the cutscene. Oh, lagging out a bit. Yes, big torpedo. So did that do it? It would seem that did it. Yay! Mission complete! Mission success, I guess I should say. We did it! All of our torpedoes hit and the giant enemy ship's starting to fall apart. We've got the torpedo team back safe and sound, and the combat team should be back soon too. Good. Okay, everyone, brace for impact. What the? What's that, Professor? Computer room here. That sounded like engine noise. My apologies, it was Alpha crying out in pain. Just the sound of it coming apart. I see. Well, as long as it wasn't pinging for us. Huh? Blood. Sorry, looks like they got me good. You. Hey, the young Guifei. Get nurse in here now. Professor, what's going on? As far as I can tell, that sound actually wounded Yang Guifei because of her delicate hearing. But that's not the only problem. When she gave most of her spirit origin to her clone so she could help out in no other ways than being Osona, left her original self so weakened that a fatal injury like this would probably result in both her and her clone disappearing. Here, don't move the patient. I need to treat her right away. What the? You treat your spirit origin to boost your audio sensitivity with no thought to the risks. Sorry, Nerf. Just wanted to be as helpful as possible. Master, we need a command spell. By my command spell, restore your spirit origin. Is that gonna work? Hopefully it is. Not enough. Need more. Oh, another one. And a third one. No, don't give up. I'll use every last elixir we got. Don't do that. I need to conserve our resources. Jesus. Wow, not even 3 command spells was enough. Sorry, Paddy. I guess you'll have to do the last area without me. Don't say that. I can't do this without you. You can't go out without your sonar. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Oh, even after I'm gone, hope you'll keep watching out for everyone. Going to release my noble phantasm? Huh? Oh, does that mean? Yes, I actually do know how to use it and what it does. Just didn't say anything because it's dangerous. Proves that I'm your enemy, the enemy of the whole world. But I don't want you to go away, Late Young Griffey. I'm going to use it. Need to paint. Chloe. Need to paint. Starry sky. The cypress trees that surpass life and death. Far beyond faith, romance and what? Trumpleil. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Maybe. I don't fucking know. From eternity, through the whirlpool of the stars, with a handshake to you. My study of cypresses in a village. We know it as die Sterre Nacht. Or just Starry Night. Oh, what's going on? Is that painting really oozing out into the air from the canvas? A reality marble? Painting of the endless eternity I saw in the night sky during a particularly intense hallucinatory episode. I used to think it was one of my worst paintings, but now that I'm dead I can see it has its good qualities too. At least, if you don't count the horrific gospel of the outer god glaring at its world through it. Any foreigner who opens their eyes now will be turned into a god. Anyone else will be driven mad by the stars. So close your eyes. Huh? I mean, isn't Gurika already mad? Oh no, that's just learning with manga, Guriko. Oh god, you're awake now. Oh good. What happened? Her spirit origin changed. It's a side effect of her deification restoring her damaged spirit origin. Glad it stopped here. Had gone on much further, she wouldn't be a servant any longer. You okay? You look really clammed up. My apologies for the disturbance, friends. As you can see, I have narrowly escaped the jaws of death, and I'm once again alive and well. To think I would reach my ultimate form in this manner, I'll make the most of my second chance at life to serve all of you, my beloved Emperor, as best I can. You? Ah, forgive me. It seems the ascension of my spirit origin has altered my personality somewhat. Moment, please. There, I adjust my spirit origin. Sorry guys, the you know and love is back now. Wow, it really is you. This is great. Huh? What's the matter with you guys? I knew it. Too dangerous. Things might have gone okay so far. A single mistake will change every foreigner into an enemy of humanity. Noble phantasm is itself a threat to humanity. No pathetic excuse for heroic spirit. I don't have any right to serve you, master. That's not true. Are you okay, master? You look pale. Just a lot to take in, that's all. Yeah, that's all. We're going to need your help, Van Gogh. Trust you can control your power. I agree. You are really an enemy of humanity, Van Gogh. You could have killed us with your noble phantasm at any time. But you haven't, and you won't. That tells me without a doubt you're on humanity's side. Hardly the first foreigner we've met who has the power to open a dangerous gate to another world. Oh, that's the case for Abigail Williams too. So as long as Barrowby is okay with it, I'd like you to remain the Nautilus, Van Gogh. I feel the same way. Same here, though I guess that's no surprise since you just saved my life and all. Besides, you might both have weird spirit origins, but that just means we can do things nobody else can. So I want you to stick around too, Van Gogh. Once we're done with this operation, let's go to Caldea together. Master Elite Yangufe. Oh, you're all so kind. Okay, I'll do everything I can to help. I promise. She's so cute. Just kidding. What? 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 No. Go is so cute. No. She's not going to betray us out of her own will. There's gotta be something else. Anti-ship blade has been added for backup. What? An anti-ship blade. Oh, it's that one. Let's see. Write your number E for enemies. Neat. Anyway, let's see. We have some idle talk too. That sounds very dramatic. Ding dong, ding dong. Actually, let me just go to the game press to see how much do I still have left of this event. Like, I'm not going to be looking at any specifics. Just like, how many more sections do I have? Let's see. Walkthrough. Sector 3, then there's Sector 4. Okay, so there's another sector, and then there's the abyss. It's actually still quite a bit. Oh wait, that was Act 3, right? Then we have Act 4, Act 5, and Act 6 post-epilogue. Okay, we still have quite a way to go. Dream with a strong probability of coming true, huh? Seen plenty of evidence in Caldea's archives of other dream-related incidents. Even so, this is not a headache I expected. I'll say, that really is what's happening. Maybe there's something we can do in this dream to improve everyone's chances of surviving if or when it comes true. Suppose we could see if there are any other anomalies in Novum Caldea right now. Well, it's already nighttime, which is when I'm usually on duty. There's nothing unusual there. Olaf and the rest of the staff are on break. Spirit origin graphs are all in perfect working order. That just leaves the servants on standby. They all seem to be asleep too. Oh, that reminds me. If Nautilus's crew were to run into trouble, they would try to summon someone to help them, right? Maybe that would let us determine what is going on with them right now. The only problem is there's no way to be sure. It's possible that one of the sleeping servants has already been summoned while dreaming and is with Biribi as we speak. And we'll just have to wake them up and ask them if they... No, you're right, that would not work. And if any that happened, someone would forget everything upon waking. Not to mention that would be depriving Captain and his crew of valuable help. Yeah, so unfortunately I don't think there's anything we can do right now. Good evening, you two. It certainly is a fine night, isn't it? Hey there, Gildire. 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 Actually, how do you actually pronounce that in French? Gildire? Or something? Gildire? Sounds French. How exactly is this a fine night for you? Ah, an excellent question. Just took a peek at the astronomical telescope with my mind. And I happened to see two fixed stars, both shining with an ever so dim hue of green, not far from Mars. It is rare to see such a thing in the starry stretches of my mind, and all but impossible to predict. Thus, I am finding this night much to my liking. So it's just about your astrological reading of the sky in your own imagination, huh? Can't say I find that relatable. Definitely something strange going on here, though. Basically. C'est incroyable! I don't know how to, if that's like how you pronounce. Oh, I beg your pardon. This news was so shocking that I simply could not help but shout unbelievable in my mother tongue. Ah, oh, wonderful, how terrible. Which is it? Was it both? Indeed, I can scarcely believe my poor luck that I should miss such an amazing opportunity. I will have to board the Nautilus when the time comes for this dream to become reality. Of course, I'll need to bring both the dark and light giants with me. Oh, I can't forget the young giant either. Then there's the tan giant I've been seeing lately. At any rate, given our current situation, it would seem that we are experiencing an invasion from another world, even as we speak. Like those fantastical stories of fictional tales, or whatever you want to call them, that you and foreigners like Abby are supposedly based on. I've never been able to verify those stories with magecraft. They're kind of hard to believe when you can't even observe them causing any harm. By draw, the outer universe is a place of fiction that transcends the bounds of reason, which makes it extremely difficult to predict or defend against. While it is not truly my place to speak on such matters, as I am the mouthpiece of a borrowed noble phantasm, I can share what little I know if you care to hear it, my fair leaders. I don't know if this is really a dream. No, if this is really a dream, I'd rather not give it too much theoretical credence. No, I think we should hear what he has to say. That may even be the whole point of the scene. Uh-huh, hadn't thought about it like that. Okay, Jill, lay it on us. Just be careful not to overstep your bounds. Not to worry. I've no desire to disappear by broaching at... wait. I have no desire to disappear by broaching the abyss, nor to be so boring as to put my audience to sleep in the middle of an ongoing dream. Oh, so we don't actually... not get to hear more details. Oh. Anyway, Act 4. Unthinkable. Dissolving. So, what do we have this time? Okay, we're finally in the 4th region. Nice work, everyone. This is it, the last area. It may not be as big as some of the others, but there's no telling what might await us here. Still, after everything this crew has overcome, I have complete faith we'll make it through whatever else lies ahead. Stay sharp, everyone. Yes, Master, I won't let my guard down until this is all well and truly over. By the way, do you think it'd be okay if I clone myself again now? No, the risk's too great. Doing that leaves you too vulnerable. How many times do I have to tell you? Yes, you're right. I'll just stay on the bridge like I'm supposed to. Okay, now that we've all steeled ourselves for what's to come, go ahead and get Star. What is it? Are we under attack? Oh, well, I thought I heard a pinging sound, but I couldn't tell where it was coming from. Couldn't tell? No, I couldn't. There was something unreal about it, almost like an auditory hallucination. Just what you want to hear from your sonar substitute, I know. And how about you, Buddy? Getting anything? I'm searching all around the max range and sensitivity, but I'm not picking up anything at all. What's that explosion? Where'd it come from? Oh man, something's headed our way, like, right now. I think I'm seeing something, but there's still no sign of any enemies near... What's that? Enemy ship just fired one of their wicked noble phantasm level beams at us. Damage report, now. Port side here. Thanks to the new upgrades, it didn't even scratch our pressure hull. I still don't want to take a direct hit from an A-rank beam. Engine room, full reverse and keep us silent. We need to figure out what's going on here. Aye aye, Trident. Trident wheel, full reverse. And Griffey, also Kapihime, please tell us everything you can about the attack. Sorry, I heard it coming, but I just have no idea where it came from. Same here, I think. I felt from my boundary field that there was something next to us, but I couldn't quite pinpoint where it was. It's some kind of sonic camouflage. They're using white noise to hide a new silent noble phantasm the way we do. This is the workshop. It would seem the enemy has yet another new adaptation. I'll begin studying this new development as soon as we are out of harm's way. Until then, good luck. Rich here. Copy that. Alright, everyone. This won't be the most pleasant voyage, but I'm going to need you all to remain on alert for the time being. Then we'll need to up our searching game even more than ever. Here you. Keep your eyes peeled for any sign of enemies. I'm gonna head outside the ship for a bit. Sona Hime out. Oh. So this is... this area's not actually too big. Not too bad. What do we use to scan with first? This one or... That was this one. Let's start with the Ryko scan. What do we find? Nothing. Then let's use a melt scan over here. Still nothing. So I see a ping up here for a chest, so let's keep going in that direction. Oh, we found 2 chests, nice. So what do we find? Some points and a golden fall, nice. What do we find over here? It's just a brown chest, so nothing too spectacular. Okay, it could also be mats. I'd be perfectly fine with it just being mats. Oh, nice. Some fins. That's not the ones we're low on, though. Alright, I suppose I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's keep scanning. Actually, wait. Do I see a ping over here? There. There we go. Found another chest. Corn, some more survey points. I think I saw another ping down here. Oh, I see one there. There's another one. And I see another ping already as well. Are there no enemies in this area? Or am I just somehow avoiding them all? You saw a ping somewhere down here, right? Yeah, here. Let's use one of these here. Still no enemies. Oh, but I see another ping over there. Is it on that tile? Might actually be on, like, tile directly. Or is it the next one over? Let's see. Oh, no, it was on this tile exactly. And another foe. Nice. Oh, I think there's a bunch of chests around here. At least two. I think this one is right there. Oh, I'm running low on materials to use for scanning. I guess let's continue with the main story and see if we unlock some farming nodes down here. Oh, there's also another man over there. Oh, ping. That's a weak one, so that's definitely right there. Would just use a Raikou scan. I'm pretty confident in being right there. Yeah, there it is. There were some scales that will allow us to continue going. I think it's scales we need. Was it something else? Yeah, scales that we need. No, no more scales. Oh, let's see what we find down here in the story. Thinkable dissolving. Wonder what that's referring to. Nothing wild is going on here. Had several of the same attacks now, and neither Osakabihime nor Yang Guifei were able to detect attacks ahead of time. I haven't even seen any actual void enemies this time, just attacks. What is going on here? Don't know, but the fact is, they wanted to sing us. They'd already be— Wait, but the fact is, if they wanted to sing us, we'd already be in Davy Jones's logger. This is the most unpleasant thing I've ever experienced since my bout with the pufferfish tetrotoxin. Wait. I don't know if they're toying with us or we're just getting lucky. Damn it, I hate this. Back from patrol. Already got the data I sent you, right? Yep, on it. Not putting the images I processed up on the monitor now. I'm putting the images. I haven't seen a scale fin of any enemies here. If we zoom in real tight on this one part. So it's nothing but shadows. Exactly. There's a ton of sus grid spaces here, but you can find but they can't find the enemy that ought to be in the center of them anywhere. Haven't seen a single attack from any of the small enemies. We still have no idea where all of these beam attacks are coming from. That does it. These waters are too dangerous for us to linger. For the time being, I say we head back to the previous area. Got it. Let's plan our next move somewhere we can take a breath. Actually, Captain, before I leave, do you think we could try sending out a ping of our own, just once? Think we'll be able to find these enemies that way? Doesn't seem likely. Don't think it'll help us find these enemies either. It'd be great if it did, but there's another reason I want to try. I want to try scanning the terrain here to see what's going on with these strange reverberations I've been hearing from the enemy attacks. Like you said, Captain, they wanted to sink us. We'd already be sunk by now, so I don't think sending out one ping is going to get us killed. I see. Okay, let's do it. Mash, get a defensive position just in case. Understood. Okay, sending out one pulse. Retaliation so far. Well, I just learned one thing. Sarah's exit is blocked off. What? Here, I'll show you an updated map on the monitor. There we go. It really is blocked off. How can this be happening? The terrain itself is changing. This has to be deliberate, if not outright malicious. What's behind this? Why is this happening to us? I know that monstrous enemy ship wanted to stop us from going further, but we already defeated it. Didn't I already tell you? The ship was almost certainly being controlled by someone else. If that is correct, this mysterious entity can only be telling us one of two things. Going to kill you slowly, or you shall not pass. If it's the former, you're simply done for, but if it's the latter, it would be worth seeing what happens if we comply and seize our attack. Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but you have another incoming explosion. What do you say, Captain? Alright, let's give it a shot. Shut the engines down. Stand by. Mash, keep your guard up. Right. Looks like the attacks have stopped. You look pale, Captain. Yeah, you might be right. Can you blame me? I feel like a kid who just had his parents take away his checker set. It's like opponents ignoring the rules and pinning me down by my head. Don't snap out of it. This might even start to wear down my confidence in my abilities as a captain. This attack seems to have stopped. I'm going to lower the threat level for now and take a break for a while. Need some time alone. Come on everyone, we could all use a break. Nemo, can I stay with you? And go. Sorry, but no, not right now. Right, of course. Sorry, I should have known better. Can't do anything to help. I want to pay Nemo back for helping me, but I can't. Why not? Because I'm not really Van Gogh. No, that can't be it. I am Van Gogh. All my memories and everything I know say I am. Might be some inconsistencies here and there, but I know I'm Van Gogh. The only reason I can't bring myself to believe it is because I lack conviction. What can I do to show my conviction? Knowing me, I can. Yeah, young so yeah, something. Investigating one or more shadows in the 4th region. I'm finding any though. Or do we just need to like finish like uncovering one of these like shadowy areas? Is that what it means? Investigating one or more shadows in the 4th region. Guess it's just those like black spots. I guess I just have to like completely reveal one of those. Well, guess I need to go back to another spot and get some more resources. Where do I get scales again? Scales from this one. And it's gold currency. And let me see, we need scales. Scales. With scales. And you give scales. Eat all the scales. We are scalies today. Wait, what? One thing's for certain, the Castoria family. Oh man, I'm really getting tired now. Oh. Bum, 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 bum. And we need to switch out, get happy end, that's gonna give us enough NP. Yes. Let me go grab some coke. Maybe that'll help me liven up a bit. Some caffeine. Let's see. Let's do just a few more rounds so we have enough stuff to keep scanning. Do we have an MLBC? We don't. Fizz. And we do that, and we press that, and that's a clear. Let's see how much. Might be fine for now. Let's see. I think we just need to reveal like one more tile somewhere, like to fully reveal a shadow. Understood correctly. So, like for example, what if we clear all of this area up? That should finish a shadow off, right? Like this shadow. Yes, that counted. Oh, so we have to use these two, eh? Against Berserker. Okay. We have no defensive skills, so we just have to kill them as fast as possible. Well, we do have one defensive, I guess 2 defensive skills on our Mystic Code, so... Oh, hey there, Master. Hey, Marine, something got you down. Well, you just saw Captain go into the cargo hold looking like he was marching to a stone execution or something. Boss can just tell how he's feeling anyway, since we're all connected. When he feels down, we all feel down too. We don't feel it in the same way because we got different personalities and all. So, basically because he's in a funk, it affects all of you. Yeah, he's always had such a strong sense of responsibility. He's been feeling bad about bringing us all into this place ever since we got here. Things were looking up for a while recently, but now that it's all gone, right? So, you know. We're sure we'll figure something out eventually. So in the maritime, we're just keeping busy. Don't worry, things will work out, especially with these acute charms we got for good luck. I mean, Yanguifei's dolls. Looking at mine always helps me relax. Pretty loosely defined phantom spirits, so it's just really assuring to get something like this. Man, Yanguifei is amazing. Not just the dolls, you know. She figures out what we want and gives it to us, without her having to say a word. She helps out with our jobs, even manual labor. She hangs out with us during our breaks, plays games with us, sings with us. Honestly, Yanguifei might be half the reason the Nemo series and by extension the Captain has held it together here. Oh, hello there, Ghosty. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the stream. Playing some FGO during the imaginary Scramble event. We are right now all trapped in a submarine deep under the sea. Not really in the sea, in like void space, which is like kind of like the sea, but worse. So, you know, fun. Forget being one of the top 3 beauties in the world. You're more like one of the top 3 nicest people. Hope we get to work with her again sometime. I'll be sure to let her know later, guys. I'll tell you said that. Okay, see you guys later. And I'm doing alright, just sleepy, had a rough day at school, gotten sick while at school. What about you? Having a good day here, and sucks to, yeah, sorry to hear about that. Like, getting sick is never fun. I mean, yes, unless you're just slightly sick and it means you get to, like, stay home from school. But like getting sick at school, that's not fun. That's not fun. Yeah. Oh, and I see you're reporting for duty. Good. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's not been the best day for me. Like, I got up very late, so I feel like I haven't really been productive today. So, yeah, I guess that's something. But, I guess sometimes you just have some of those days, right? Well, then yeah, I've been doing fine. Da-da! What are you doing in my room? It's cool in here. But I'll leave if you don't want me here. No, you can stay. I just have to think for a bit. Yay! Lounging around. The situation is untenable. The situation is bad indeed. Lounging around some more. Got to do something about it. She's just here. Fran being there for us. I guess let's just lounge around with her. You're really tired, huh, Master? What's wrong? Can't figure out this mystery. Can't figure out who's behind this. What? And that'll help you. Maybe I was going through the motions of thinking. Ah, I get it. I do that too sometimes. Because I get tired. Then Papa and everyone else do lots of things for me. That's so easy. Only someone smart would give me a hint. Someone smart, a hint. Oh, did you think of something? Well, like remembered something, but yeah. Wait, what did we remember? Oh, then I'll go with you. Okay, let's go, Fran. Let's go. Really quiet here, isn't it? Huh, what's that? Bloodstains. Stand back, master. Oh no, what's going on? My, did you think you could protect yourself on all sides alone? Wait, who's that? Oh, Raiko. Sense something amiss and came as quickly as my shadow prefect legs could carry me. Should be able to at least keep the two of you safe. It's strange though. I should have been the first one here, especially now that we're no longer on high alert. Quiet, something's coming. Oh no, enemies on board the enemies have boarded the ship. Yeah. Huh. Ah, there's so many. Be careful, master. I'm going to carve a path straight to the bridge. Don't bother with the bridge. The plot leads to the cargo hold. And then we go the other way. Understood. I shall make sure we get there, even if I must drench the path in the enemy's blood. Oh, serious. Let's see, 7 berserkers. Oh, this might be tricky. Might be tricky. We have no defensive abilities on us. Only our noble, what's it called, Mystic Code. Let's start on our attack up. Hopefully we can kill this one with a Brave Chain. Oh wait, no, we don't have the damage Z, do we? If we did, that would have been kill. Anyway, let's use a heal immediately. We need that to go on cooldown. We can use it again. Use a... let's get Raiko to gather up all the stars. Try and get a crit there. Then Fran doesn't attack, and then another Raiko crit. Okay, that wasn't a crit, but they'll kill it, so it's fine. Crit here. Okay, good. Okay, good. We need to charge our MP somehow. I mean, Fran can charge somewhat. I don't think it would be enough here though. No, let's do it. She has a Brave Chain. Oh wait, that's not the one I meant to target. I wanted to take down one of the small ones. Oh well. Don't like decreasing our star rate. Let's clear that. We have a debuff here on this skill, yeah. Let's see, I think... Let's just buster them up. Maybe that's a one-shot? Nope. Oh, that's a crit. That hurts. 4 enemies remaining. Getting slowly closer to charging our NP. I think we need to do something like this here. Kill this enemy off before it charges its special attack. Probably could have used 2 quick cards instead. Get more stars and NP. Yep. Kill it, that's most important. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. A lot of stars now. Maybe I should have actually just charged Raiko's MP there. Wait, that would have probably been a better play. Oh. That thing's just going to keep summoning more, huh? That's not very fun. Oh, let's just charge up Raiko and get her to kill it off. Let's put an evade on her as well. Just so that we are sure that she survives this next round. Hopefully this kills. We did buff her attack quite a bit there. With her own charisma and Mystic Code. I think that's a kill. Yeah, okay, good. Okay. And now it is right. That was a bit closer than I would have liked. But we made it, we made it, we made it. Yo. More. Need more pain. More wounds. More punishment. Can't inflict any more myself. I'll have to have someone else do it for me. Love pain. Van Gogh? Oh, she's slightly going off the rock, huh? The unmovable dissolving, yes. Let's see, what do we have here? Another of these forced formation battles. Oh, let's see what it's all about. What happened? Are you bleeding? Please, finish me, Nemo. I don't know why, but I can't die. Isn't that strange? I go, but I can't die. Oh, what the? Your blood just create monsters. I don't understand anything anymore. Who am I? I'm not Van Gogh. I'm not Van Gogh. You don't need me. Why should I just make monsters? So please, tell me, Nemo. You're the captain. You'll be doing everything else everyone else a favor. Stop! Kirby, what are you doing here? Right now we need to subdue Van Gogh for her own protection. Got it. Okay, subdue her for her own protection. That's okay, so what do we have here? Oh, we have a full Brave Chain from Fran, so let's use that to take care of the first tentacle. Oh, that hurt Nemo a lot. Oh, we have a full chain on Nemo. What are his skills anyway? Increase MP strength and attack. Increase attack when near water void space fields. Does this count as being near void space? Like Guts, increase MP gauge. Increase your MP gauge when Guts is activated. Guide for travel. Increase arts card effectiveness. Increase art effectiveness when near water. And gain stars. Okay. Well, let's see. Remember, this is a targeted skill, isn't it? Notes for itself. Then let's try doing this. It's the highest chance of crits. Oh wow, he's just summoning the Marines to do all of the things for him. Oh, got another tentacle. Can Raiko just take it down? Well, she might be able to if we get a buster crit now. We did. So that's gonna be an easy takedown. Okay, so Van Gogh's stunned and her NP is sealed. So I think... what do we actually... do we have to take her down first, or do we need to take down these things first? I have no idea. Let's see if we can't start by taking down one of these big ones. Since they are berserkers, they would hurt if we let them stay up. We just missed both of the buster crits, so that feels bad. bum, 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 bum. Okay, okay. Nemo's getting pretty low, but he has guards we can always activate. There are ways to use these crits here. Maybe. That'd be a lot of MP generation though. Oh, does she? Oh, she just makes a new one. Okay, so we just have to focus on Bengal. Should have seen that coming. Well, let's just try to charge everybody's MPs up then, by just attacking her and then bursting her down afterwards. Oh, don't kill Raiko. And let's just drop this for now. Ah, we can't generate any NP for Fran, that's a bit annoying. Can we actually just... this gives NP, right? Yeah. And then have Fran here. Let's see, so use this. Maybe I shouldn't have used Fran's skill there. And didn't realize I had a full Brave Chain on Nemo here. Wanted to use Fran afterwards. Nice ramming speed. So do we still have to take this up afterwards as well, or does it end now? No, okay, we also have to take the big one out. It'd be nice if you could just hit Fran once, so that you could gain some NP. Guess it doesn't matter in the long run though. Oh, ow. Anyway, Frank can finish this off now. Okay. That's that taken care of. I love it. Captain, get a nurse in here. We need to get those wounds closed. The infirmary's not far from here. I'll go get her, master. I heard what happened. I'll start treatment right away. Keep them safe, Nemo. I'll head up to the bridge. Got it. Pains me to say this, but you're probably better equipped to handle this than I am. Counting on you, Birby. Oh, what's happening next? What is happening next? Oh, we're going to just be fighting our way through the bridge. Yes, that's what's going to happen. Oh, yeah, okay, we're just finding our way to the bridge. Let's see. This Brave Chain, is that going to be enough? Maybe we should pop this as well. I think we needed that, I'm not sure. Okay, and we use a heal on Raiko immediately, because she just got focused down, wow. we have some crits. So let's take down the big one. And also get a bunch of MP generation in process. Wait, do we need to take down the... Is the big one going to just keep spawning more of the small ones now? Hopefully not. Guess we'll see. No, okay, it doesn't spawn anymore. Good, good, good. If it did, that would not be very fun. Let's do the big one here, and then the small one. Oh, nice crit, Fran. Nice crit, Raiko. Let's see. What do we have next? Almost there. There's the bridge. Now, run for it. Is everyone alright? Master, yes, we're okay. You and me are fine. I'm super used to hiding out in siege. Means we're a little banged up, but it looks like they've all recovered now. What about the other sections? Engine room here, we got a few nasties pinning us down in here. Real helpful if you could send us some help. This is the commuter room. Need some help down here too. This is the workshop. Baker and I are both pinned down. Send help as soon as... what's going on? Oh, it's you. Lambda here. Took care of the monsters in the aft compartment. They are blocking the way to the shower. I'll pass by the engine room and computer rooms next, but you might want to consider giving the whole ship an inspection to be safe. There's a cargo hold. I agree with Lambda Rillis. We need to go over every millimeter of this ship. Can't let a single monster survive. Got it. Okay, I'm back safe and sound. That sure wasn't a deal, wasn't it? Yeah, I want to take a bath and go to bed. I do too, but this isn't over just yet. We still have no idea how this happened. These monsters appeared out of nowhere. We've been anchored in place the whole time too. Yes, about that. As I'm sure you can imagine, the Nemo series knows everything Captain has seen and heard. Van Gogh was covered in blood. Then she started making monsters out of the blood. Okay, quiet, please. I've done a preliminary investigation. These monsters did come from Van Gogh's blood, but it wouldn't quite be accurate to say she made them. Indeed, her blood merely served as a catalyst to summon these monsters. Once the blood is cleaned up, it will no longer be a problem. It may well be that some manner of spell activated inside her brought on its own, whether she intended it or not. I have my doubts. Her wounds were self-inflicted, probably a consequence of her mental instability. The focus on the Nemo series is logic and reason. And that's telling me we can't rule out the possibility that this whole mess was a part of an elaborate suicide attempt. Yeah, if nothing else, we know for sure that those monsters showed up cause Van Gogh went nuts. I knew she was dangerous to keep around. You're still gonna keep your contract with her, Master? I am. She's too cute. Let's just take it easy here, Marines. Your straightforward nature is a big part of your appeal, but to be perfectly honest, I've never cared for the way you guys so blatantly exclude anyone who's not in your group. Hey, you get to work all cozy in a computer room. Can't imagine what it's like for us being right next to the void all the time. There's the kitchen. I'm sorry to say this, Professor, but I think I agree with the Marines. Wish you would try to understand that it's like being in the support side, where you can never solve any of the real big problems yourself. No, you must know what it's like to want to get rid of anything that doesn't belong here for safety of the crew, right? This is Nemo Nurse in the cargo hold. Too busy treating the patient to answer right now. Engine room here. Now get the hell off, Bridge. Just cause Captain's exhausted right now doesn't give you the right to freak out. Our job's to beat the bad guys and protect the weak. That's all there is to it. So, if Van Gogh's a bad guy, then we'll beat her. But we'll see if we still gotta keep her safe, so, gah, I don't know anymore. Need some ice cream to cool down. Yikes, sorry about this, everyone. This is a memory partition's biggest weakness. When things get confusing like this, you end up with all sorts of conflicting ideas and a discussion just kind of deadlocks. This is awful. What should we do, Senpai? We need to solve the mystery of how this happened. Huh? Take a look at this. That's a drawing showing you left in the wall right before this all happened. Oh yeah, I forgot about all that. Tried to figure out what it meant a while ago, but I couldn't crack it. Wait, did you figure it out, Master? This is a stone piece from the board game Go. What? Is it? Huh? Oh, Betty sensed the enemy's presence. Okay, but there weren't actually enemies there. Not in the enemy's not in the square. The enemy's where the square intersects. Wait, what? Wait, so is this some kind of metaphysical ship where they're not actually there, but they're there at the same time? I don't know. Huh? Wait, is that what the go piece means? Hey, yeah, unlike in chess, go pieces are placed on the intersecting lines between the squares, not the square themselves. Wait, does that mean the enemy's in between the squares? How does that make sense? It doesn't. Besides, you and I haven't been missing anything between the areas, my chan. That's not what I'm saying. What am I saying then? What if a game board like monitor observe some kind of gap between the spaces of existence? I think I understand. Hey, yeah, that's something we may have been overlooking entirely. If we assume that zero-width spaces are lined up at equal distances from each other exactly where the lines that make up the screen intersect, then... Yeah, that would definitely explain the strange display glitch we've been seeing on the monitor. The very machine we used to observe this anomalous world has been bugging out. No wait, if these impossible spaces really do exist, maybe it's because observing this world through the monitor actually caused the world to go a little nuts. Hey, yeah, if we can't prove whether the people observing the world have gone mad or if the world itself has gone mad. Does that mean that using a buggy machine to observe the world actually distorted the world's spatial structure, therefore creating gaps between spaces just like the lines in the Go board? Get the feeling it's simpler than that, is it? I'm confused. You're right, Senpai. Someone must have distorted void space at the start of all of this. Must have observed those gaps using the machine as a guide. I'm still lost. Indeed, it was always been my suspicion that it was not a machine trapped us here but a being. Perhaps there was someone with the same kind of special power we have witnessed and even benefited from numerous times thus far. Yes, since Yang Guifei has the power to project highly advanced visuals onto void space entities, and then Ghost Blood has the power to convert those entities into real beings. Perhaps it was another foreigner who manipulated the reverse side of the world's void space into its present form. That is so, it explains the shape of the gaps between spaces. Especially if we assume that this foreigner got the idea by looking at this game board like monitor and recreated it, gaps and all. That is the case, since we know beyond a doubt, and Yang Guifei was summoned here from the throne after this incident had already begun, then the most likely suspect would seem to be. Gotta be Van Gogh, she's the one behind all of this. Everyone, quiet down, let's verify first. Good point. Let's find out right now if these gaps between spaces, or common Go board spaces, for the time being, really do exist. I think we can say that both Yang Guifei and Yosuke Hime have unconsciously been conducting their searches on the assumption that the space we're in now is a typical three-dimensional one. We'll completely reconsider that aspect while calculating to determine if there's anything that would contradict the existence of these Go board spaces. Okay, let's put our heads together, construct a Magecraft function based on this new hypothesis, and update the monitor once we have. In the meantime, we all need to keep a cool head. Actually, Captain, I think I'll come back here soon. I can't leave Van Gogh alone right now, and I can't bring her to the bridge now either. Okay, everyone, let's figure this out. Oh, the blood thickens, and it also gets more confusing. I have no idea what's going on. Right on, Master. Once we re-examined the garbled scan data under this go-board space hypothesis, all the inconsistencies we've been struggling with disappeared. Also found a way to adjust our targeting coordinates to aim at these go-board spaces and devise movement spells that will let our weaponry reach them. Now I can finally torpedo the enemies hiding out in the spaces between spaces. All that's left is to give the signal to counterattack. Really? Let's see if this works right now. I'm sick and tired of getting shot at and not being able to do anything about it. Do you really think we could do that now, with all this tension? We have calls coming from inside and outside the house. Well, ship in this case, wouldn't it be wiser to focus on beefing up our internal security first? Not at all. Best strategy to distract from internal problem is to give everyone an external enemy to focus on. You're even more twisted than I thought, aren't you? Just a little Genji humor. At any rate, the Shadow Prefect, I have my own piece to say. Van Gogh is innocent, believe me. I investigated her very thoroughly, never found a single piece of incriminating evidence. Oh, come on, I could believe that if you were a cast-on assassin, but a Lancer. Well, I suppose I can understand your concern. Besides, she could have just glanced at the monitor. Wouldn't take any time at all. Who knows what's going on inside a foreigner's head anyway? Yeah, we still have no reason to trust her. Oh man, these Marines are starting to sound a bit, like, out with the foreigners. Oh, this is not good. Oh no, don't tell me. It's mutiny time! Van Gogh's gotta burn! Oh no. Goddamn Marines. Please calm down, Nemo Marines. There's no need for violence. You're not that tougher than I thought. There's so many of them. It's going to be difficult to defeat them without injuring them. Who cares if they get injured? They're clones, right? Just cut them down and be done with it. Captain, can't you do something to stop them? Captain? Please say something, Captain. Yep, this is bad. The main unit's so overloaded that it's starting to malfunction. If one of the clones get destroyed now, he won't be able to recover the data or their spirit origin, which will cause a whole set of problems. Big ones. You can try rebooting the main unit, but myself, Baker, and nurse and engineer all have to authorize it. At this rate, we'll all be killed before deciding on a plan. Come on guys, stop it. Why are you doing this? We're all friends here, remember? Oh, it's a good girl. I know it. There's something wrong with her spirit origin that's causing this. And now, there must be a way to fix it. If there isn't, then I'll stop for myself. So please, cut this out. Wah! I'm guessing this is shall you. My strength shall lift mountains, and my might shall conquer the world. There, I have used my weakest attack to subdue all 13 enemies. See. Shang Yu, what are you doing here? I awoke because I initially calculated this incident would be over by now. That seems not to be the case. My apologies, everyone. It seems my foresight was limited with regard to these events. Even so, the fact that you are all still alive must mean the 3 things I left to help Master must have served their purpose. Only 3 things? What does this mean? The drawing I left on the wall was not sufficiently clear. No, we got your message there. Talking about your 4th hint. Wait, there's a 4th hint? Aha, now I understand. Oh, I get it now too, Master. I don't. Indeed, of all the tricks for the culprit to employ. What are you guys talking about? I don't leave me in the dark out here alone. Don't worry, you're not alone. Most of us here, myself included, are in the same boat. Go on, Beerby, just tell us what it is already. Anyway, between the 12 Marines, Engineer, Professor Nurse, and me, we have 16 crew members altogether. And that's the Nemo series lineup who'll be manning this ship for our training exercise today. There are supposed to be 12 Nemo Marines in total. Why are there 13? It looks like one of them is knocked out. I really messed up there, huh? Never thought you'd get all of us in one place like this. Can't believe it. What an imposter make their way onto the Nemo series when we're all using memory partition. Oh no, there's an imposter on the ship. Call for an emergency meeting. Oh, I guess this is already an emergency meeting. I think that is exactly the blind spot the culprit took advantage of. You may all share what you see and feel, but perhaps you are too reliant on your sense of sight. Well, I'm sure you would have noticed a change in your shared senses immediately if one of your series were to do something abnormal, or if one of you went missing. There's no way you would have noticed any change when an imposter who looks just like you did the same, that you received no thoughts or senses from made this easier. But I've been keeping an eye on Marines all this time to ensure none of them got up to anything indecent. I will not let a clone or two distract me. Yes. I guess 13 close was too many. Yeah, I guess we'll just... I suppose you're right, Master. Sorry for failing you. Rest. But then, who could the extreme Marine possibly be? Good question. Wanna take a guess? Master, according to my calculations... Don't worry, I already figured it out. We did! And we're actually super smart. Oh yeah? Then prove it. You're... Wait, you're Hokusai? What? Wait, what? You are? Oh wait, I meant to try and click the boat, but it's hidden right there. Why is Hokusai here, and why is Hokusai the enemy? Is this for real? I mean, I guess we'll beat her with our own Hokusai. Or do we? I think we go with the... We go the Van Gogh route, don't we? Yeah. More fun. Where's the Go team? Did I not save the Go team? Or did I just override it somewhere, that's what I mean. Oh yeah, it was this team. I just used it here. And let's get another Guardian. Let's see. Well, guess the cat's out of the bag now. That's right, it's me, the invincible swimsuit swordmaster Pain and Fairy Katsushika Hokusai. This is hardly the time or place for that shtick. God, just forget you saw that, alright? Can't pretend to be my younger self sober any longer, not even past the spirit origin scan. So... Wait, you were the one who just... Yeah, why did you disguise yourself as a Marine anyway? Anyway, how'd you know it was me, Master? Because I'm a foreigner? Wait, she has been living close? Where? Well, except for the Marines, they all have basically the same personality. You can think of them as one person sharing 12 bodies. You noticed, huh? Yeah, I drew those little swirls in the cheeks on myself. I thought it'd be cuter that way. Besides, it's more fun having one that's not exactly like everyone else's, you know? You were the only one to customize the doll. Ah. Yeah, you got me there. This little dolly was so well made I couldn't help but try and one-up it. Those swirls to draw are actually teeny tiny dragon crests. I'll show them to you later. Now let's get going. Oh, and if you get bored, you can always take the gander at the pictures also painted. What? There was the scroll you painted under... Wait, what? I also remember the scroll you showed me back then. There was the scroll you painted under your name. What? Oh, I've seen that in the database. It's called Kanu Kapasi, operating on Guan Yu's arm. One of the known paintings by Katsushika Oi that still exists today. The bold, gruesome painting that depicts the famous General Guan Yu ignoring the pain of his wound while playing Go. Oh, you guys remember that painting, Master? Mash? Glad to hear made an impression on ya. I'll be honest, I remember that painting I showed you when I saw how this here monitor looked like a game board. Thought that's it. If I just swap the shogi board out for Go 1, I can't lose. So what happened to Toto-sama? Toto-sama's empty right now. Well, more like he's busy being the antenna to the other guard. So, wait. Why you're the one doing this? Yeah, you could say that. Mix water and ink into the void to make these seas dangerous. I'm painting rocks and monsters left and right to slow you down, master. Out of that sonar thing I heard about the workshop to the masters, I got the idea to hide them in the space between go-boat spaces by sneaking Pete at the bridge. Did all to stop you on this ship, master. But why? Yeah, I still don't get that. This is all some like 5D chess, I'm not getting any of it. Ain't it obvious? For a painter, this void sees places a dream come true. Like one giant blank canvas stretching out as fast as I can see. All you gotta do is get all the paint you want to stand to the void a while. What kind of painter would it be if I didn't try to paint something here? But for some reason, old Turtle-san wasn't convinced. He kept hammering and having about whether it was okay for us to paint her or not. So just this once, it gave him a bob on the noggin and disobeyed him. He said I was gonna get on the Nautilus myself, come hell or high water. That was how we ended up like this. I've been doing my own thing ever since. No way, I don't buy it. Might be a genius painter, but you don't have any skill that would let you disguise yourself as a Nemo Marine. Well, that got something of a metaphysical critical when I used item construction, letting me pass the ship scan. Also lucked out when the Spirit Origin ended up fighting for dominance with my Sayboy one, since that knocked out my vital signs. That made stowing away a piece of cake. You've got to be kidding me. Metaphysical crits, what can you do? Man, she just like natural 20 those. Excuse me, can I say one thing, please? It's a pleasure to properly meet you, Lady Katsushika Hokusai. My name's Yang Yuhuan, though I'm historically known as Yang Guifei. Also a foreigner, just like you are. Yeah, I know. Damn if you ain't even more of a beauty than I'd heard. Love to paint your portrait sometime. So what's a nation-running princess like you, nation-ruining princess like you, I want to say to a humble painter like me? If you really sworn loyalty to the outer god. Couldn't be further from my mind. Just want a little time to paint all the pictures I can. Don't mind staying a little longer, do you, master? Just asking her to keep the ship here about 200 years or so. That way I won't have to sick any more beasties on ya, or threaten ya with cannons or anything like that. You can just hang out, relax, and enjoy yourselves. How's that sound? 200 years, that's a bit long to be honest. That's so. In that case, master, I think this is exactly what I was summoned for. All you have to do is give the order. Well, guess we have to stop Hokusai. Mean by lay. Understood. I'll do whatever it takes to subdue her. Hang in there, Goey. Except we're using our own Goey. Haha. Man, it's weird to see Hokusai on the other side for once. Nullified buff. What? Has to reduce. Oh, wait. Is this a game where you have to use Yang because she has like the support Yang because she has like something to get through the evade? Because that's a bit annoying. She has an evade. And nullifying our 3 first buffs. That's a bit annoying. I don't have any team-wide buffs here. None at all. That's this is an annoying fight. I guess I'll give it my best, but we might have to retry this. Anyway, let's start clearing away these. I mean, if we do this, then at least we can use the card lock whenever we can, but this is tricky. I mean, I guess we can at least use a debuff here. What's the most important to have? I think this is the most important ability for us to use, but we can't use it right now anyway. And we might as well get our skills on cooldown as fast as possible. let's try attacking. What's the chance to evade? Maybe it's less than 50%. Wait. What ability is that? Seal arts cards. Well, I guess it's not too bad right now. Don't really need arts cards here. Oh yeah, should we not use this first? Like that. Oh no, that avoided. That hit. Evade. Okay, she didn't use the evade. Actually, would her evade even stack since she already has an evade? I have no. Oh, I should have used the card lock. I forgot about that. I should have used that. We had 3 quick cards. Oh goddamn! I am not. Yeah, this is a tricky fight. I'm not playing my best right now. Oh. Oh wait. This guy already went down. Huh. Well, we have another one. Use this. Stun her. I don't want to know what happens when we break the gauge. Is it better to use the... No, I think we use this. This, please hit. Please hit. Okay, good, we hit. Just hit. Hera, remove attack buff. Well, that's not very nice of you. Don't have any buff removal. Or debuff removal. I would just have a chance to get stunned each turn. What do I have? I have my own Hokusa in the backline. I mean, I guess we use this. And then this. Guess we can do a Terraphone. Hello, Milia Loft. How you doing? Oh, I guess it's Milia. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Sorry if I'm a bit slow to notice. I don't know how long it is since you sent that message. I'm very focused on this intense boss battle. But yes, welcome to the stream. We're just playing some FGO, and wow, they were just... Ah, we missed that one. Otherwise, we would have actually just taken them down in one turn. But yes, now that that's over, I'm good. How are you? Oh, the ads. Yeah, ads is so annoying. Oh, ooh, that was close to killing. No worries. Looks very involved. Yes. Oh, and oh, we get another full turn. Okay, well, I guess this is it. This is it. We kill her now. Yeah. Yeah. How you doing? How you doing? Like I said, we're just playing this FGO. We're playing an event, fighting an intense boss battle. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day. Oh wait, you already said how you... Oh, you should gotta remember. I'm a bit scatterbrained right now. Unlurk? Wait, you never lurked in the first place, Rhyme. Anyway, yeah, I'm doing fine today, yeah. A bit, what's it called? I'm a bit bummed out about the fact that, I haven't been feeling very productive today because I woke up very... Well, I didn't actually wake up very late, I just got out of bed very late. Just chilling and amazing streamers chat with 14. Ah, thank you, thank you. Anyway, let's see. We got an action scene. Looks like I might have been, looks like I might have bitten off a little more than I can chew. Can't believe how strong she is. It's nothing like a file in a database. She linked to the outer guard. That's all it takes to make someone this much stronger. Still, at very least, we've got her on the ropes now. Lady Hokusai, I've one last question for you. When I asked if you were the one behind this, you said, yeah, you could say that. Now, I want you to elaborate on that statement. Tell me, what's the being who enticed you into doing this, a god or human? Beats me. All I know is someone called to me and I answered. Someone far, far away, a voice from the deepest reaches of the White Sea. Then, does that mean? Nope, no more yapping. Fights and fairs might be Edo's flowers, but battling with the noble phantasms are Siroc Spirit's flower. Finaloi, on Sergiru. Yeah, that. Imperial Edict, in the name of his Imperial Edict, in the name of his shit, I can't. I can't right now. These outfits are revealing. Not that revealing. You haven't seen anything yet. Imperial Edict, in the name of his Imperial Highness's consort, I, Yang Tyson. Both of you, cut it out. Start before one of you ends up dead. Hokusai? Huh? Van Gogh? What happened over there, nurse? Oh, I'm sorry. Van Gogh surprised me and tied me up. Hokusai. I've been wanting to meet you. Well now, so we got yet another beauty on board I ain't never seen before. You're the one who called me here. Wait. You've been on the same boat for like, I don't know how long. Like, how have you not met each other yet? Huh? Told you? Deeper. Further. Ah. Did I? Also, I did hear him say your name is Van Gogh, as in Vincent Van Gogh, the painter from the Netherlands. Yes, that's me. I'm honored you've heard of me. Nah, that ain't right. Who are you, really? Ever since I got summoned to this day and age, you better believe I've been looking up work from artists to start painting after I died. That definitely goes for Mr. Van Gogh's work too. Spent hell of a long time studying his paintings. And the moment I took a gander at them, I could tell right away they were just like mine. Don't get me wrong, it means the world to me knowing one of the art world's biggest names took a liking to my work. But, well, Van Gogh might have dug Hokusai's style, say he was always more of a fan of that Hiroshige youngster. Haha, and you know what? I believe it. I can practically smell Hiroshige's hands all over Van Gogh's work. That tells me Van Gogh was a guy, not a gal, a naive, sensitive fellow who probably caught more than his share colds. Trust me, it takes a lot more than becoming a servant to change a painter's whole essence. Just take a look at that Da Vinci guy. So I know this is the part calling the kettle back here, but I don't know you. Here, really, lady. You might call yourself Van Gogh, but... Ha! Gah! That was my glamorous alter ego's special attack. Hope you liked it. Trust you don't mind, Birvi. Seemed like she'd say everything she had to say. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, good job, Lambda. Good, now I can deal with this bigger problem at hand. I look forward to seeing just how deep your love really goes. I don't know exactly what sort of problem Van Gogh was struggling with, but I really do have no other choice but to print it now. I mean, we're under so much pressure and Captain isn't here with us either. Hey, Goey. Who's that? It can't be me. Looks like... just a sec, I gotta drink something. My throat's all dry. Anyway, also... yeah, hello again, Rhyme. From the Unlurking. You came back from the lurk at a very tense moment. So, yeah, I don't know, shit, I don't like to remember. Did I properly greet you back? Oh, man. Like, my thoughts all over the place today. Spent hours reworking some stuff of light. Oh, sounds fancy. Is it going to be a big update? Potentially. Oh, exciting. Anyway, let's see, where were we? It looks like... oh, shoot, I just hit my microphone there. Okay. Looks Looks like I'm just a nameless foreigner who called Hokusai to the Void Sea and tried to kill you all. Don't care about any of that. Guys, looks like the worst is behind us now. Just thing, Master. Do you know who I really am? True identity of my heroic spirit. One thing at a time, okay? Let's just take it easy for now. Please, tell me. Clyde. Huh, that wasn't me. Clyde. Oh, what's going on with the Marines? They're all chanting Clyde. Guess that's a name. Ah, they're all glitching. Come on, guys, cut it out. That's the reason Captain's been keeping that to himself. Clyde. I remember now. The name was tucked away deep inside the knowledge I've received from the throne. See? Perfect name for me. Oh, is that why I bloomed? Though, you know, Master, even after hearing that name, I still can't help but think of myself as Van Gogh. Can't escape his memories either. So I'll do my best to die on my own. Somewhere deeper and further away where I won't make anyone trouble for any of you. Goodbye, Master. Goodbye, Lady Yang Guifei. Goodbye, everyone. Heartfelt handshake to each of you. Please give my regards to Nemo. Oh, did she just instant transmission out of here? This can't be happening. Chloe, why? This is terrible. Why do things never seem to go away? Never mind that. We've got to wake Captain up when we go look for Goey. First things first, we can find Goey once we've woken Captain up. Yes, we need to find Goey again. Can't just let her go. Oh, and also, yeah, Amelia, the reason that the outfits are a bit revealing this time around is for some reason, because like we're under the sea, they decided to make it so that like swimsuit servants are like the bonus servants for the event. And like, because what was the story that we're in the void space, which is like a weird kind of void sea, and for some reason servants with a swimsuit can more easily be imbued with void energy or something. I know it sounds a bit convoluted and weird, but that's it's not me who makes it up. It's the game. Anyway, let's see. Oh, got another note. I think that's going to be the last note for tonight, though, because I feel my throat getting a bit tired. So we can do some more farming and casual chatting, but having to voice all of the characters, read all of the lines, that's I don't think I can go much further. We should be getting close to the end, though. I'm really sorry, everyone. I guess the memory partition logic still has some serious bugs. I'm asking Xion to refine it as soon as we get back to the Wandering Sea. Of course, that doesn't change the fact that I put all of you in danger. On top of that, now Van Gogh's up and disappeared. I can't tell you how sorry I am. Don't think I'll ever be able to make amends for this mess. That's okay, we haven't permanently lost anything yet. Thank you, baby. Alright, getting back on track. Need to prepare for the final phase of this operation. Let's start by assessing our current situation. Right, first, the Nemo Marines that were behaving erratically are still operating, albeit with their personnel temporarily suspended. Rest of the Nemo series are still functioning as usual, though their opinions on what we should do next remain divided. That's largely because I'm still conflicted about this whole thing myself. Won't ever let my thoughts shut down like that again, though. Sounds like your mind's just about made up. Hokusai's in the slammer, but she looks sane. Indeed, Toto-sama has woken up too, though he claims he doesn't remember anything. Maybe so, but that doesn't mean we can let her out. There's no telling when she might start acting up again. Professor and I examined her spirit origin graph. Seems her skills were illegally modified. Daughter-father bond, the skill she uses to fight off the evil god's influence, was temporarily weakened. In exchange, her item construction skill was significantly enhanced. Stabbing though it might be, if this is a method the evil god used to influence her, then it's well within our means to counteract. I've already equipped her with a mystic code that should neutralize the weakening effects. Now, all we can do is wait and see what happens next. Fortunately, he has been quite cooperative since her capture, so for the time being, she should no longer be a concern. Then that leaves just one problem, Van Gogh. Right, we searched the entire ship top to bottom, but we haven't found her anywhere. There's no trace of her in any of our system logs either. She's actually completely disappeared. Shut to a minute. Are you really not gonna talk about how she wasn't actually Vincent Van Gogh in the first place? For that matter, who is this Clyde person anyway? Sorry, I think there were a lot of gaps in the knowledge I received from the throne. Clyde is a figure from Greek mythology. She's not very well known, so it's no surprise you might not have heard of her. She's one of the 3,000 Oceanids, water nymph daughters of the Titan of the Seas, Oceanus, and his wife and sister, Tethys. The story is one of tragic love, envy, and desolation. Oh, we're getting the backstory now. Long, long ago, Apollo, god of the sun and the arts, fallen deeply in love yet again, this time with a human. Her name was Leucoth. Leucoth? Or something? Wait, where was it? Leucotho, as the daughter of Orcamus, king of Persia, she was one of the most beautiful women in the world. But although Apollo yearned deeply for Leucotho, he already had a lover. Heidi, a water nymph. Though quite beautiful in her own right, she first despaired upon learning that Apollo had lost interest in her, and grew mad with envy. Shortly thereafter, Clyde began filling King Orcamus' ears with all manners of wild stories about his daughter, with no regard for the truth of her tales. Enraged, Orcamus called Leucotho before him, put her to death. Apollo's heart broke in his grief, but even with Leucotho gone, he never returned to Clyde's side. From then on, love would forever be beyond Clyde's grasp. Aw, that's sad. Though she regretted her actions, Clyde would never bring herself to abandon her love for the sun. Morning, noon, and night, she fixed her gaze upon the sun. In time, she transformed from a nymph into a single flower. Never would have imagined that Van Gogh was actually a character from Greek mythology. Anyway, did I get Clyde's story right, Captain? Yes, that was spot on. Thanks, Mash. When I first met Van Gogh, her flower girl motive almost immediately reminded me of Clyde, the water nymph who had a falling out with Apollo. The flower she becomes at the end of her story is called a heliotrope, which means something like to always face the sun. However, later retellings often depict her turning into a sunflower instead. Of course, the Van Gogh we know also uses sunflowers permanently in a variety of ways, but so did Van Gogh the painter. He often used sunflowers in his paintings to represent the sun's warmth. In fact, some of his best known work is actually a series of paintings titled Sunflowers. On top of that, both our Van Gogh and the painter Van Gogh tended towards self-destruction. True, Vincent Van Gogh was very intelligent, but he also struggled to manage his passions, which sometimes led to him harming himself. Oh, I see Quest Bear is here reporting for duty. Welcome to the stream, Quest Bear. Nice to see you reporting for duty, soldier. How are you doing today, Quest Bear? We just bad. Oh no, that's not good. Hopefully, we can help you feel better. Very bad. Oh no, is it like physical bad or like mental bad or emotional bad? Is it something that can like go away on its own? My dog. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That. I can imagine that's yeah. That's not a fun thing. No, that is very bad. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. Wait. I should how do I? Which hotkey was this again? Was this one? Yeah. Man. Were there any signs like, or was it just like very sudden? Because when you mentioned your dogs before, like you didn't. Yeah, it sounded like we're fine. Don't mean to bring the mood down. Just wanted to watch someone to cheer me up. Okay, okay. Then let's try to forget about that for now. Let's try to forget about that for now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's bring the mood back up again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. though right now we are in the middle of hearing a sad story about a figure from Greek mythology. Yay! I also need to take a sip because, man, my throat. Well, Clyde's story definitely shows how unrequited love can make one do foolish things. I think the fact that her intense regrets made her turn into a flower could also be seen as her need to punish herself. When you think about it, for two heroic spirits with different backgrounds and even genders, Van Gogh and Clyde do have a lot in common. Yes, Van Gogh's spirit origin is actually mostly Clyde. For one thing, further analysis shows us that she has high ranking of divinity, something you rarely see in servants from modern eras. First I thought that was just because she was a foreigner. She's actually a nymph directly descended from the Titans. That would explain it much better. How has everyone else been today? I got up late, so I've been feeling not very productive. But other than that, fine. Yeah, other than feeling that I haven't been very productive today. Yet, despite that, her memory is all Vincent van Gogh's rather than Clyde's. Which means she must be a phantom spirit. I don't remember what a phantom spirit is, but sure, she's a phantom spirit. She could also be a high servant. Both her Van Gogh's side and Clyde's side seem fairly high ranked after all. I don't know, but I do know that unlike you and me, she's been melted together from very disparate parts. Now she's a heroic spirit with the body and mind of Clyde, a female nymph, and Van Gogh, a male artist. Her existence is one giant contradiction. No wonder she's so unstable. Now I see, that must be what the outer gods are after. You think so? I can tell, after all. In one sense, I am an outer god myself. I can understand what they're thinking, though only up to a point. Then these gods set about making the heroic spirit we know as Van Gogh. It must have been for the purpose of invading our world, that is, modern-day Earth. Away from the outer to the inner, and from void to reality, long and treacherous, not the sort of path that can be crossed in a single leap. Indeed, even the strongest of gods could die a sudden, ignominious death if they were to have stumbled in the wrong spot. They must have thought a sort of place they could use as a foothold into our world, which had our outpost of thoughts. Found one in void space, this completely unobservable zone, both next door neighbor and distant destination to reality space, separated only by a thin wall of recognition. Excuse me, I'm sorry for interrupting, but what does this mean? Wait, no, that's not one to click. I'm sorry for interrupting, but does that mean this mysterious enemy already knows what void space is? I would think so, yes. We'll need to come up with a means to counter that strategy upon return. At any rate, we now know that their plan was to send a heroic spirit to void space on an expedition to discover more of the yet unknown paradise. To do this, they summoned Van Gogh to the void, where she proceeded to call Hokusai here and wait for us to arrive. Clearly already have a means of accessing void space, yet instead of coming here directly, they chose to send a heroic spirit in their place. I cannot profess to know what led to that decision, given that we know of their goal. Certainly that chosen heroic spirit must be capable of creating the base of operations they would need. Furthermore, if you think back on what Van Gogh has accomplished thus far, you can surmise that she was given 3 duties to fulfill. 1. Requisition local personnel. 2. Create a local base. And 3. Defy the requisitioned personnel. Now I get it. They plan to use Chaldea's foreigners to bolster their ranks. That's correct, Osakabe. I expect the cost of summoning heroic spirits to the void must be too great for them to amass an army that way. They must have thought to take advantage of our servant resources and our access to void space, which they've done quite well. In answering Van Gogh's call, Hokusai developed a madness of her own, warping her skills and making her amenable to the outer god's desires. Thus, when she had successfully disguised herself and stowed away aboard the Nautilus, the outer gods had everyone they needed. Just as they planned, Hokusai transformed void space into a sea, went on to paint trenches, battleships, and other grand works into existence. If we had not stopped her, she may have eventually succumbed to her madness completely and painted a temple for these evil gods that they could use for their outposts. I do not know how they plan to mount an assault on reality space from here. But if nothing else, I expect we would have been forced to give up the paper moon in order to stop them. That, of course, would have put an end to any hope we had to restoring proper human history. I had no idea we were that close to disaster. Indeed we were. Then the outer gods must have had Hokusai in their sights right from the start, When they realized they could use her Ukio in connection with Vincent van Gogh to bring her here. Indeed, there's no doubt one reason they chose Van Gogh, but I suspect that true aim lies elsewhere. Van Gogh's noble phantasm, The Starry Night, is a painting capable of swallowing the very world with its alternate depiction of reality. It can transform foreigners into gods and spread madness to all who gaze upon it. Once the Void Space Temple was complete, I must have planned on her using her noble phantasm to deify the other foreigners. No doubt it is the final phase of their plan, the grand mechanism through which these evil gods meant to descend upon Earth. But that doesn't make sense. If God really wanted to do that, she could have turned me into an evil god whenever she liked, but she didn't. Exactly. Huh? Though some types of foreigners may become compatible with void space if they should cease to be servants. Rather, if their inner divinity were to take control of them, would they not then lose their abilities as well? He's saying Goey was going to betray us? No, I'm certain she had no desire to do that. That's exactly why her spirit origin was melted with Clyde. What do you mean? I too have read up on Vincent van Gogh's story. While some may call him a mad artist, I could see that deep down he was a man of strong convictions. Though he may have yearned for connection with the gods beyond the stars, he never willingly be party to their plans once he learned they were evil in nature. One needed only look to the life he lived as proof. Wait, are you saying the reason Van Gogh took his own life was because he learned that painting the Starry Night inadvertently invited an evil god into our world? Wait, fucking fat fingering all over this place. I'm saying that if that was indeed the case, then he would be bound by similar restriction even as a heroic spirit. Vincent van Gogh would never succumb to madness, that is, outer god's influence. He would sooner take outer god's influence, he would rather sooner take his own life. What? This must have been a great conundrum for the outer god. The noble phantasm they desired above all others was wielded only by a heroic spirit who would never obey them. So they had hatched a horrific plan to create their own patchwork heroic spirit who would meet their needs. He thought, what if we were to take Vincent van Gogh's memories and talent and give them to Clyde instead? In Clyde's case, she refused to take her own life regardless of how much she loathed herself, choosing to become a flower rather than fade away. That is the crucial part. Then you mean they prevented that chosen heroic spirit from being able to commit suicide, as her doing would ruin their plans? Correct. You remember, Van Gogh herself said that she wished to die, but was unable to do so. So, the Van Gogh side of her felt she should die in order to stop the other god's plan, but the Clyde side refused to allow her to do so. Oh, Goey, that's the cruelest antimony I've ever heard. No, even without those fundamentally opposed beliefs jostling for control, she had this discrepancy between Clyde's mind and Van Gogh's memories alone must have been so hard for her. Wow, this is a lot of reading, and it's like very heavy. Anyway, I see you guys are just having a chat about schoolwork, so nice. Yeah, I'm definitely ending after this section. I'm really starting to get tired, and like this very heavy dialogue is not helping. It's a lot of plot. Yeah, the plot thickens. It seems the outer gods and madness are inextricably intertwined. Foreigners indeed. With suicide no longer an option, if Van Gogh lost the battle in her mind and succumbed to the madness, then she may no longer have any compunctions against using a noble phantasm. If that had come to pass, it would only be a matter of time until the evil god's temple was complete, just as they planned. How awful. Man, I know heroic spirits are basically living weapons, but twisting one of us to this degree is just your bye. So what can we do to help her? What is Pokemon Uranium? I have no idea. What is Pokemon Uranium? Is it a Pokemon nuke? I'm gonna follow us playing it. I have no idea. I think it's like... Is it like a Pokemon nuke? Is it like, isn't it just Dynamaxing? That's how you make nukes in Pokemon, isn't it? Or C-moves. But like Dynamaxing is like... kind of also C-moves at the same time, isn't it? Anyway, fine. I'll be the one to say it. That's one simple solution here, as efficient as it's cruel. We honor her wishes, we kill her. Oh, shut off the waterworks. Just stating the obvious. If you really want to save her, you'll have to do the work of thinking of something less obvious. But I will say this, we've agreed that she can't kill herself no matter how much she wants to, right? That means now she's disappeared. She must be running around lost and desperate, being unable to use her last resort. The fact that she gave up on the only way left to make her wish come true by having someone else kill her may even be a sign that her madness has reached its peak. Oh, come on, Miss Timeless Beauty. Clearing me won't accomplish anything here. You all need to be aware that Van Gogh is only one step away from entering her final, most dangerous phase. If you want to save her from that fate, then you'll have to rack your brains to come up with a plan that's just kind, wise, and smart. If you manage to pull that off, then I suppose I might consider helping you a bit more, if you feel like it. I'll help too. I want to slag off more with Van Gogh. Go get Van Gogh. Go, go. I too will do my best to save this poor girl from her sad fate, and your honorable warrior would do the same. Of course, the very idea of letting those evil gods descend upon our world is outrageous. That would be an absolutely unacceptable affront to public decency. Yang Guifei, the Nautilus. No, wait. Speaking as Captain Nemo, Phantom Spirit, promise I'll do everything in my power to save her. And if I've learned anything about you two over the course of this voyage, acting commander and acting vice commander, as you both feel the same. Damn straight. Absolutely. There you have it, we're all in one mind on this. So, will you help us save her too, Yang Guifei? Yes, she. Of course. I'll do whatever it takes to rescue her. But first we have to find her, so I'm going to have to make use of our mobility whenever you like it. Now whether you like it or not, Lady Lambda. We'll also need our resources, goddess, anything you can help us with. New weapons, new information, anything. Will be a huge help. Oh, and we'll also need to defeat the enemies hiding in the go-board spaces if we're going to get anywhere. Fran, Lady Raiko, I'll be counting on your help with that. As for me, I'll put everything I have into finding those enemies. Will you look for them with me, Batty? Yeah, of course, I will, you. Sorry, I got so caught up in watching everything unfold that I forgot I'm actually part of it. But yeah, rescuing Professor Van Gogh, that sounds awesome. I'm gonna work just as hard to make that happen as I did to make my deadline last summer. Excuse me. Ah, Lord Chengyu. Sorry about calling you Hegemon King. Oh, no. I'm not at all concerned about that. As all paths I take are necessary, it was inevitable that history would come to know me by that moniker. I only wish to know if the naval chart I left you was entered into the computer's mapping system correctly. Oh, yes, of course. I mean, we never had made it this far in a million years without it. Then why are you all acting as though Clyde Van Gogh's whereabouts are unknown? Huh? Then does that mean this final destination here is... Indeed. I already accounted for Clyde Van Gogh's disappearance in my predictions. You should therefore be able to find her at that point. That said, my predictions show further conflict in the future, so I expect there will indeed be a fierce battle during the final stage of this incident. Also expect that our stockpile of resources will be the key to winning this battle, so I suggest we make every effort to ensure we are sufficiently prepared. Thanks, Shangyu. Why are you a robot? Because this guy's a robot. Well, he maybe doesn't really look that much like a robot and sound like it like when you actually hear his voice lines, but like his law is that he's like from an alternate world China where he's like a robot. Kind of. I don't know. He's like... it's difficult, but like, he's basically a robot. So therefore I'm giving him like a robot voice. And Captain, belated though it may be, I owe you an apology. As much time as was of the essence, it was still wrong of me to tamper with your ship without your permission. Don't worry about it. If you hadn't done that, none of this would be here right now. I'm glad you're on our side, Changyu. You're not beep bopping enough. Beep boop. I mean, he doesn't say beep boop. Anyway. Conqueror's war cry has been added to backup. Neat. What about scanning? Oh, there are no new scanners. We already have all the scanners. But yeah, I think this is where we'll be leaving it off for today. Because I'm tired and there was a lot of plot, a lot of stuff to take in. And yeah, I think I need to rest now. So yeah, big thanks to you all for coming by. But I think this is where I'm ending it. Let's see. Who's online and available for raiding? Who is online available for raiding? Oh, there are not a lot of people. Good night, thank you. Do any of you have somewhere you want to guide the raid, or should I just find somebody? Not that the list is very long right now. Also, I'm just going to crack my hands. Which Magnus? Here, what do we have there? You know what? Sure. We can go raid Witch Magnus. Let's see. Where? Let's see. Raid. At the SB, but the stream is having network errors, and I don't know if that's on my end. I don't think it's on your end. Like, I'm trying to look at this Witch Magnus stream that quest I just linked, and it's not loading for me. So it might actually just be a Twitch problem right now. Not your stream, that stream. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, so my stream is still fine, but that stream isn't. Huh. That's weird. Well, if multiple of us can't connect to the stream, maybe that's not where we're going. Wait, every fucking time I have SB something. Wait. What's SB? Wait, I had SB, but the stream is having a. Wait, what? Yeah, what? Wait, I had somebody, but the stream. Wait. What? Wait, am I just being, like, way too tired and not understanding anything right now? Wait. Also, why do we have so many pings on Discord right now? Wait, bam. Yeah, doesn't look like it's able to load for me. So last time I had somebody to raid, I was too late because technically this time the stream isn't loading. I can never guide the raid because Twitch is fucking with me. Oh, yeah, okay. Wait, so wait, is it somebody else than the person that Questbear was suggesting? Oh, wait, what are you saying right now? Yes, oh, so it's like 2 people. Like, let me just check some other people that... Like, there's like 2 people that I follow who are online right now. Let me just check if I can load their streams. Oh, no, I can't load that one. Well, I can load this one. but they aren't really online yet. It's still just a starting soon screen. So I don't know. I guess maybe we just have to say we can't raid today because of technical issues. Like, raiding a starting soon screen isn't that exciting. Like, no offense. And load small and stream. That one has 3.1k. What is happening? I don't know. Twitch is just fucking breaking down lately. I don't know. But I guess that means there's no raiding today. So, I don't know. Guess we'll just have to end it here. So, yeah. Thanks for coming by and, I mean, what's it called? Shit, I'm blanking so hard right now because I'm tired. Yes, thank you for all for coming. This is it for today. No raids because Twitch is having a meltdown. So, I guess bye-bye. That's it for now. Kisses. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.